Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. We lost access to the audio file for this episode temporarily, so it's actually from last week, but most of what we talked about has not changed, so it should still be business as usual. In this episode, we'll be breaking down the podcast leagues, HDP, SSP, and the regular redraft league, doing a little look back on what happened and a little look ahead in the Dynasty leagues. We're recording again tomorrow, so we'll talk to you guys then.
Yeah, you need an initial hole. I don't care if my pants get wet. Where's the lid?
Welcome to Keep It About Ball, bitch.
Just a splash.
Shitbag lizard people.
Bro's QB2 is Aiden O'Connell.
Bucks on Peyton. Actually, when you add up the pick value, when you crunch the numbers, who the fuck's Jennifer?
Hell yeah, welcome in gang, it's ZBR up in this bitch with an episode of Keep It About Ball. It's Friday night and it's time to recap our seasons of our fantasy leagues. What an exciting life we have here. Brady is here. Brady, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. Glad to talk some ball.
Yes sir, getting some off-season stuff. Reed, you're here serving as our resident soft R. Sir, how are you?
Doing wonderful. I'm excited to talk fantasy.
Yes, sir. As always. Straight to business you guys are. I love it. Because we do have actually a lot to get into, so let's do it. Let's start with the podcast league, the redraft league, where Armand tragically repeated as champion. We had a team go MIA and ultimately get booted from the league, and most tragically, I would say, Reed barely avoided last place despite a vacant team. So let's go ahead and start with the team that did finish last. That was the vacant team. I think I said on the pod, and I think Reed did too during a live draft, the guy Dilbertson who did the draft, it was a pretty piss poor draft. That team wasn't going to be good even if there was someone running it. But, yeah. Do you remember that, Reed? No? During the live draft?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
drafted...
I'm pretty sure I couldn't remember which draft it was, but I'm pretty sure that's the one we were
Yeah.
egging on the team.
So,
Too bad.
where are we at? Right here. Okay, I'm pulling it up, his team right here. We'll look at it just for a little context for the listeners. Rolling out Trevor Lawrence, which turned out to be a pretty good pick. Devon Achane, not bad. Quinshon Judkins. St. Brown. Isn't as bad as I remember it being, actually. Rashid Shaheed, Colston Loveland, Harrison, Cooper Kupp. Now I'm kind of remembering why. Jaden Daniels. And I feel like he reached on Jaden Daniels, too, if I remember. I think he might have taken him in, the second round. But, yeah. And then just some really interesting guys on here. Ramondre, he wasn't completely bad this year. He was kind of hit or miss. You just had to know when to play him. But, it's not a very good team, and it didn't really have an owner, so we don't need to spend too much more time on it. We can go talk about a team that did have someone playing, and that would be the 11th place team, Leo's dad, 2-year member of the league. Played it out the whole year despite it not going how we wanted. Actually had a 6-8 record, and kind of just had bad luck at the end of the year, injury bug. Yeah, Brady, what do you think about his season here? What do you think about this team? What would you maybe done differently?
How do you get to the previous year, honestly, to look?
Oh, gosh. Settings,
Okay.
and then it'll go previous leagues, not previous season.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay, gotcha.
So I'll read his roster real quick while
Sorry
you're
about
getting
that.
there.
I was
You're
trying to
good.
figure that out.
I was meant to read his roster anyway. So his roster was Dak Prescott, Ashton Genty, Chase Brown, Malik Washington, DJ Moore, Hunter Henry, Dylan Sampson, Aaron Jones. That's who he was starting at his main positions in the last week. He did also have Lamar Jackson, Audric Estime, Kareem Hunt, Matt Collins, Darren Waller, who both finished the year on IR, and then on IR he also had Calvin Ridley, Tucker Kraft, and Zach Ertz. So he did kind of catch a bit of an injury bug here, because it really, for a healthy, it wouldn't have been that bad of a team.
He may have neglected the running back position a little bit, just as far as top quality talent. Aaron Jones is probably your best running back, and
Chase Brown was pretty good at the end of the year. If you go look at his past week 8, I would say you could even count week 7 was 12 points. After that, I don't think he was less than 15 PPR. He wasn't.
Yeah, I guess when they got Joe Burrow back too, it's kind of definitely helped everybody's fantasy value.
And he started to get, I think a couple of those games were with Flacco too, once he got a couple games with him. And they gave Browning the boot.
Yeah.
That helped.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, injury, but that's where the injury bug was really bad this year. I don't know if it was worse than others, but it just kind of seemed to be that way anyway.
Yeah. I mean, he was 6-8, so obviously it wasn't too bad of a team. It probably just kind of finished the year kind of rough. Let's go ahead and move on to 10th place, which would be Mateo, who finished 3-11. Bro kind of checked out at the end and actually finished with the worst record, despite being in 10th place. Honestly, I don't think it was a poorly assembled team. Let's look at it. It's Jared Goff, Kyron Williams, Brashard Smith. I think that's just who he had starting in the last week. Jamar Chase, Zay Flowers, Laporta, Olave, Keenan Allen. His kicker was Aubrey, and his defense was the Eagles. And he also had Stafford, Josh Jacobs, Khalil Shakir, Dalton Kincaid, Johnny Smith. So really not even a bad team, honestly. If he'd really played it out, I think and stayed active, I think he might have been a fringe playoff team. What do you think, Reed?
Yeah, definitely would have been pretty close. I probably would have finished last pretty easily if that was the case.
Yeah. You would have still had a vacant team. I don't know, they might have caught you in the shipple. But, yeah. But you never know. Speaking of, why don't we go ahead and move on to you, Reeks? I believe you are the next team. So why don't you read your roster and talk about your season here in the podcast league?
Yeah, I drafted. Who did I draft? Well, I finished with Bo Nix, Bucky Irving, Derrick Henry, Jamison Williams, Cortland Sutton, Harold Fannin, Alec Pierce, Christian Watson, kicker. Chad Rayland's there. Defense was the Vikings. I had Jacoby Brissett as my backup, Bashil Tootin, Ricky Pearsall, Keyshawn Boutte, and Tyler Warren finishing out my bench. And I thought I drafted well. Team didn't perform like I needed it to. Bucky was hurt pretty much most of the year.
Yeah.
That really killed my team. Just a miss of a year, and I'll be back next year, hopefully play a little better. I've done better in other redrafts. This one was a bit of a disappointment.
Doubt it.
I won some other redrafts, so I'll try to win some sleeper ones this time.
Weird how Reed always wins these leagues we don't play in.
Weird
how that happens. He's so good in all these other leagues.
Hey, Brady played in one of the ones I won this year, to be fair. Which one? Carson's.
Yeah. Honestly, of all the leagues I was in, that was the one I hardly ever paid attention to. I don't know. Didn't care for that one.
What app was it on?
Well,
Yahoo app, which is also
it was nice. I played Jesse in the semifinals, and when I was playing a different Holmes league one year, he beat me in the semifinals because DeMar Hamlin died on the field, and I had 3 players left, and I was going to win. I was like 5 points behind him, and I ended up losing because of it. And then I beat him in a really fucking high-scoring semifinal this year, barely beat him like a point or something, and played a pretty good team in the finals, but beat them and got pretty lucky that he didn't play Michael Wilson. I probably should have played Brock Purdy, but it is what it is. I did play a Brock Purdy-Derrick Henry combo in a championship that I lost in a different redraft, and that was just no bueno.
Damn.
They scored insane. They had like almost 100 points combined.
I feel like that sometimes.
Yeah, it was nuts.
I cannot find the trade. I was trying to go through on here and see if I could find it. I can't find it. But you mentioned if Bucky had been better for you, it might have helped your year. I offered you a pretty substantial package at the beginning of the year, if I remember right.
It was before he got hurt, though.
Yeah, it was. It was before he got hurt.
Yeah, R.J. Harvey and Jordan Addison was one of them, I think.
I think that was one of them, yeah. Your guy, R.J. Harvey, too.
A midget and a retard.
Hey, whoa. For not getting to start till the next chunk of the year, he finished pretty well in fantasy.
Yeah.
Brady's lover, R.J. Harvey.
Your lover.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely your lover, Reed, trying to flip this on.
Not according to the
Definitely
not
going on
Yeah.
right there.
not according to
So
what RJ Harvey's nickname is on Sleeper.
Bro. Quit deflecting your gayness, okay?
All right. Well, in 8th place we have Dev, another 2-year member of the league, and looking at his roster here, let's read it off if I can get to it. Okay, there we are. He had Baker Mayfield, Saquon, Chuba Hubbard, JSN, Debo, Ferguson, Jake Ferguson, Jawan Jennings, Xavier Worthy, Will Riker, the Jaguars D. Also had Aaron Rodgers, Chris Rodriguez, Alvin Kamara, Chris Godwin, and Marvin Andrews. Honestly, I like looking at this team. Like JSN and Fergie are kind of nice, and there's kind of some other guys there, but it just feels like there's something else missing. Brady, would you agree with that?
On Philwell?
No, Dev.
Dev.
Yeah, should be.
Oh, I skipped one. My bad. Yeah. Well, I feel like Baker kind of had a down year, didn't he? A little bit.
A little bit.
Playing through some injury too.
Like this team could have been really good if Chuba had gotten like lead back work all year.
He got split with Rico and Debo actually had a decent year considering.
It was a little hit or miss, but it wasn't bad. Especially at the beginning. Started off really hot.
Yeah.
And then Jawan Jennings is not a bad flex option.
Godwin.
And then Reichert and Jaguars D, that's not bad.
Yes, just kind of inconsistency. Like you couldn't foresee Chuba getting less carries like that.
I mean, I think
maybe not less carries, but like the productivity.
Yeah,
like,
I don't think to that extent.
Yeah.
I definitely thought Rico Dowdle would cut into it a little bit, but I didn't think he was gonna average 7 yards per carry for part of the year.
Yeah,
And pretty much steal the job temporarily.
Chuba was kind of a feel good story. He got paid, but
He's solid. I mean,
he's solid, but he's
let's
not
look at his
like a
number
world
this year.
beater.
Yeah, and I don't think anyone ever expected him to be great. He was still over 4 yards a carry for most of the year.
Saquon probably wasn't exactly Saquon of the year before. I mean, he's still good, but yeah, probably Baker's inconsistencies, Chuba falling off the face of the earth. Yeah, Xavier
Worthy's not
like,
that great
he
of a
was
fantasy
out
option.
for,
Yeah.
Guy, he got hurt in the first game. I think he got knocked.
Yeah,
out.
we were all, or I don't know if we were all. I guess I should say I know I was, and like the fantasy community was pretty excited about Xavier Worthy and what he was going to do this year, and it just did not.
And his depth wasn't great. Considering like you were relying on your starters, and then you have your depth with Alvin Kamara is not.
Yeah,
He had a down year and was hurt most of the year.
Godwin's,
Yeah,
and then
and he was hurt all year too.
Aaron Rodgers is,
I mean that's QB2, whatever.
fine. Chris Rodriguez, meh. Mark Andrews is really hit or miss too. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a combination of those things.
Yeah. Eighth place feels like a pretty accurate finish for this team.
Mm-hmm.
And 7th place, who finished just ahead of him, is Phil Will, that you just mentioned, Brady. His roster is C.J. Stroud, DeAndre Swift. I had to get it in there. DeAndre Swift, Rico Dowdle, Stephon Diggs, Devontae Smith, Kyle Pitts, George Kittle. At flex, Tyrone Tracy. Had the Browns defense and Boswell. Then his bench was Emmanuel Wilson, Trey Tucker, Adonai Mitchell, Brian Thomas, and Josh Downs. And just honestly, I could see what he was thinking during draft time, but I just don't think this was ever at really any point that great of a team. And I kind of think
The Browns could have carried him a couple weeks probably.
Yeah, and I kind of think he kind of got lucky to finish at the top of the consolation bracket. Would you agree with that, Reed?
Yeah, the combination of Chris Boswell and that defense helped carry him along with some of those players. And Kyle Pitts actually had a decent fantasy this year.
Yeah, he did. It's just the name is kind of gross to say.
It is, yeah. But yeah, overall, probably definitely lucky he got as far as he did, and not the worst, but not the best. Right there in the middle of the pack.
Yeah. All right, moving on to 6th place. That is the Tortured Players Department, a.k.a. Mark. He had Josh Allen, Christian McCaffrey, David Montgomery, Wandale Robinson, Devontae Adams, Brenton Strange, Tajay Spears, Jaden Higgins. His kicker was Borealis, had the Bills defense. Also had Caleb Williams, Keon Coleman, Matthew Golden, Drake London, and Evan Ingram on the roster. I mean, if you throw London into there and throw Higgins out of there and put London in that starting lineup, that's not a bad lineup. Does he have a running back? Montgomery and Spears as your RB2s is pretty gross. But other than that, I mean, I don't really think it's that bad of a team. Probably just caught some bad beats this year.
Hate the running back depth, but yeah. It's a solid team for sure. His receivers are nice. Obviously, when you have Josh Allen, you're gonna. That's pretty about as consistent as it gets as far as a fantasy quarterback goes. Yeah, you're gonna score average at least or above average, and then McCaffrey, he's hit or miss. You don't know what you're getting out of him, and luckily he had a pretty good year. Wandale, solid wide receiver 2-3, especially Jackson Dart's kind of coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Devontae Adams, I think he led the league in touchdowns.
He did.
Yeah, so I mean that was honestly a nice draft pick there.
Yeah, it was.
Strange was kind of hurt this year too, wasn't he, for a little while?
Yeah, he had a hip injury.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't really plan for that.
I mean,
he
but
was his backup
was
tight end.
still double digits. I mean, most of the weeks when he was healthy.
Yeah.
Who's that?
The first 4 weeks, 9.9, 4.7, 12.1, 10.5. Then he gets hurt in the game, so we won't count that. Misses some time. Comes back, 14.3, 13.5, 5.7, 3.6, which kind of sucks, but 14.9, 18.4, and I mean, week 18 doesn't matter, but he had 17.2, so.
He missed 5 games, basically. We were in the middle of the year, which you're back
When
with
he had him, he was okay.
Yeah. When he plays, he's good. I'm not trying to shut out Brenton Strange.
Right.
He's solid when he's playing. Running back depth. I don't know, man.
0.
Yeah,
it's McCaffrey's nice, but then Montgomery and Spears, because Spears was hurt most of the year too. I think I don't think he played the first 5 or 6 games.
Yep, he was out the first 4. Was ass in the 5th.
I was about to say, and he didn't really have. He only had 2 good games on the year.
He had a season high 13 carries, and that came in week 16. And that's the only time he broke double-digit carries.
And then I think we all know what happened with Montgomery this year. I mean, this was kind of the year, so.
Yeah, it was coming.
Yeah, which honestly, he had a good little run there in Detroit too.
Yeah.
Carved out a real nice role. I would just say 4 to 6 is probably about where that team finishes in just about any league really.
Yeah.
Moving on to 5th place, Jetta Time, a.k.a. Old Lamo. He had Brock Purdy, James Cook, Jalen Warren, Justin Jefferson, Michael Pittman, Travis Kelce, Breece Hall, Rashad White, Jake Bates, the Ravens D, Justin Fields, Lad McConkey, Chimera DK, Jacoby Myers, and Jawan Johnson. Honestly, a pretty good team. Got some star power and got some nice value guys in there like Warren and DK and Myers. If y'all's boy McCarthy wasn't fucking cheeks and, Jefferson was what he should be this year, he might have put this team over the edge, and he may have been in championship contention.
Very well could have.
Reed, do you think that's the case? Do you think that's the case, Reed?
Do I get to chime in on this one too, a little bit?
Wait,
You can go first if you want.
Hang on.
No, he has to.
What's on the back of that jersey?
You know who? Oh boy. Anyways, listen, Jefferson dropped 2 touchdowns. He dropped some other passes. He didn't have a great year. McCarthy missed time. They didn't change the offense till later in the year, and they started picking it up. I don't know, man. It is what it is. There's all sorts of things going on, and playing through injuries and different things, getting hurt, whatever.
If only Carson Wentz could have stayed healthy.
Buddy. No.
Hey, just say what you want, but Justin Jefferson was getting like 11 targets a game with that dude.
Yeah, you know.
Carson Wentz didn't throw him a touchdown pass. You got both of them from McCarthy. He would have 4. He should have 4. Dropped him.
So Wentz was 2 to 7 or 2 to 8 that he played, something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
So both of them were pretty fucking bad.
3 to 8.
All of them were pretty bad.
Yeah, it was all pretty bad, honestly.
I will
it
say
was not a
this,
great year.
I will say this too. They are not 100% to blame. I think our head coach, gets propped up as this fucking genius, which, I mean, he's a damn good coach, but, like, really had a bad year, play calling, not gonna lie, and they're the ones that thought McCarthy was ready to go, and they made that decision. They made the decision to move on from Sam Darnold, which, I don't know, maybe that was the right or wrong decision, we'll see. And, I don't know, so there's this tweet that surfaced the other day, and I sent it to read, the KOC's offense over the 4 years is ranked 19th. I don't know how much of an offensive genius this guy really is. I told him, I think everyone's getting fired after next year. I think it's going to be a fucking shit show next year.
I think they're going to pull the Bears and keep KOC like they kept Eberflus and just clean out the rest of the staff. And fire the GM.
If you go into year 5 and don't have a playoff win and you miss the playoffs again, you're getting fired.
It'd be cool if they kept Brian Flores and got him on the contract as assistant head coach, and then if they all did get fired, they could keep Flores and promote him.
That's what I was just about to ask. I was like, if
because Mike Petit retired, so they can offer him DC and the assistant head coach. Just throw it on there.
Yeah,
everyone's getting fired. That's my prediction. That's like my.
If they have a bad year, I could definitely see it.
Yeah, I think I don't know. They haven't shown me anything that they're gonna have a good year. They're shit. They're probably one of the worst drafting teams.
They need Brian Flores.
Yeah.
As DC at a minimum.
Because if they don't and he leaves and the defense goes to, like, say, middle of the pack with the offense they put out, dude, they're going to be a fucking 3-4 win team.
Or if they change the
And
scheme.
they're going to get fired. Every one of them.
Yeah. Then you have a bunch of non-scheme fits.
Writings on the wall, man.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I'd love to be proven wrong because, I don't want that for my team. But I think show me otherwise. That's not going to happen because, not to go too deep into that, but
I'm optimistic the Vikings will make the playoffs next year. I'm not saying they're going to win the division, but I think they can make it.
over here, and me, I'm just like, after that shit, Joe, dude. What
and they still almost made it. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, the press says we need to get back to our offense. Yeah, the offense that wasn't working.
Yeah,
and you made the adjustment. You won 5 games in a row, and you want to go back to what wasn't working. Yeah, man. We'll see. I remain pretty skeptical of that.
Yeah, the way they've been talking about JJ since he hurt his ankle week 2 has just been weird too.
Very weird.
All right. Well, moving on to 4th place, we got former guest of the show and friend of the show, I should say, is what I meant to say. Lucas, roster name Higgins always hurts, so I'm sure you can guess a couple of the players on here. His roster is Jalen Hurts, R.J. Harvey, Travion Henderson, CeeDee Lamb, T. Higgins. Had Taysom Hill. He picked him up late in the year, though. Kenneth Gainwell, Michael Carter, Dicker the kicker. I think, isn't that a thing? Didn't you come up with that, Reed? Didn't you say that?
I'm pretty sure that is a thing.
Yeah. And then Broncos, and then he's also got Tony Pollard, Emeka Egbuka, Quentin Johnston. Had Brock Bowers. That didn't work out as well as he'd hoped. And then the Rams defense. I mean, as always with Lucas, a pretty solid team here. He kind of got let down by his receivers. Lamb and Higgins didn't really live up to what they could have this year. If they had, he'd have probably gone over the edge with this team because he was really good on the waiver wire. Probably the most active waiver wire team this year. Brady, what would you say he was really missing here that could have sent him over the edge?
Tight end. Brock Bowers probably wasn't. Did he get hurt?
He was hurt all year, dealing with injury all year.
Injuries and also really inconsistent QB play.
He did have like a 43-point game.
He did.
He had some good games though, but it wasn't what you wanted when you drafted him.
Inconsistent play with just players. I mean, like CeeDee Lamb got hurt, I think, for a little bit, didn't he?
He missed a couple, 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, 4 looks like.
He just wasn't what you'd hope all year either.
It's
got a concussion in Detroit.
And then you're relying on fucking R.J. Harvey, these rookie running backs to kind of carry, which, Travion was pretty decent. But
Yeah,
it's just
there's a little flex option. Yeah.
Yeah, he was right there. And Ibuka, he had a pretty hot start to the year.
Kind of fizzed out.
Kind of fizzed out a little bit.
And I think he also got hurt and was dealing with injury a bit there too.
It's just like little things here and there didn't go his way. Jalen Hurts was, steady. It was honestly just a margin of error.
He was Jalen Hurts fantasy. You can't really complain.
Yeah, just the little things, I guess. Like his team was fine. I would,
just really lacking that punch from his receivers that he was hoping for.
Yeah, to make up for his really young running back group.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, moving on. I actually defeated Lucas in the playoffs to get third place. My roster was Drake May, Travis Etienne, Woody Marks, Nico Collins, A.J. Brown, Jake Tongas, Kenneth Walker, Michael Wilson. Jake Myers was the kicker, Saints defense. I just kind of rotate around defenses, though, most of the time. I do that a lot in these redraft leagues, especially. Then I had Sam Darnold, Kimani Vidal, Jalen Coker, Jordan Addison, and the Buccaneers on the bench. Honestly, I kind of the same story as Lucas, really. If Nico Collins and A.J. Brown had done what I'd hoped they would this year with the value I got on ETN and Drake May, I mean, I could have got by. Absolutely. Kimani Vidal had some really nice games in there. Addison had some games. I think I got a game out of Coker too.
I think if Philly's offense wasn't so bad and inconsistent this year, AJ Brown would have been great, and if Nico Collins had a better quarterback thrown to him, it probably would have been way better too. Put in Davis Mills. I don't know.
I don't know about all that. I would probably say it's about the same situation for both those guys with their offenses. Personally, just not a good year for the offenses. But if they had been, I think I would have been in the championship round and at least flirting with it. Which we can go ahead and move over to the championship round, where Brady, you got second place.
Yeah.
So what was your roster looking like, and why did you fail in stopping Armand from going back to back?
Well, I certainly tried, man. I was the last team to make it in the playoffs, so I really didn't expect to get. I thought I had a decent team. It's Jalen Waddle really shit the bed. He got hurt early, so that really fucked me. Jahmyr Gibbs also getting shut up by Minnesota's defense really hurt me too. Having to rely on Tyler Shuck to play quarterback, which he was fine. 21, almost 22
Didn't
points.
you pick him up? Like in at the
very
end?
last
Yeah.
week to play him, because Jordan Love was out.
Yeah.
And I did everything I could, man. Charbonnet was on a heater too there to end the year.
Yeah. Barner's a nice tight end.
Yeah, it was really Jahmyr Gibbs
Pickens was nice.
Jalen Waddle kind of fucking me to even give me a chance.
How was Jalen Waddle all year? And you had to.
I know I had to go in and rely on him. I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
He was really inconsistent. You could have
and
20.
the QB situation.
Yeah, he was there for 23, or he could have you 4. You know what I mean? Like, I was really rolling the dice.
But looking at your bench, I understand why you rolled the dice with him over Troy Franklin or Darnell Mooney or even Dalton Schultz.
The upside, man.
Would have done the same thing.
You made the right decision. It was the right decision to make.
Yeah, I was backed into a corner on that one.
And none of those guys would have got you. He got you what, 0.7?
Yeah,
right?
It wouldn't have made that much of a
5 points, exactly 5 points is the most it could have been. And
say, Gibbs gets, 20 more fucking points, and then Waddle gets his average. I probably would have still won.
Maybe. But even if you just get...
I would have been at least competitive.
Yeah.
I don't know what the final score was, really, but, it was...
it was a fairly sizable. It was about 30-something, so...
It would have been close if they would have got their averages, I guess. But,
it was going to be tough no matter what, because we can go ahead and move on to Armand's team. It was a damn good team. This dude basically... I hate to say it, this dude basically owns this league right now.
Yeah.
Who the fuck let him get Puka and Trey McBride?
I'm saying, bro. So let's go through his roster here. Joe Burrow, Bijan Robinson,
And Bijan.
Javonte Williams, got crazy value on him. I think a lot of Javonte Williams owners probably had good seasons. Mike Evans, Puka, Trey McBride, Tet McMillan, Omarion Hampton, McLaughlin was his kicker, had the Seahawks defense. And okay, I'm going to save that actually. And then he had Justin Herbert as his QB2, Kyle Monangai, Jaden Reed, Kyle Williams, Dallas Goedert. He had Trey Benson and Rashee Rice on IR. And so I think, like, honestly,
How did he get?
I hate that he's, like, building, like, a dynasty right here, but, like, I don't think it's that good of a roster. Outside of, like, his starters, like, that bench is ass.
Have Burrow, Bijan, Puka, and...
Burrow wasn't there for half the year.
Okay, true. So if you just have
Most of the year.
Bijan, Puka, McBride, dude,
Herbert wasn't terrible.
Herbert
That's
was
true.
decent.
Except for a
Mongai
few
was
weeks.
okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Just, I think it's because he's also got Tom Brady on the roster.
Yeah, that's gotta be that, man.
I think if you'd added him and maybe swapped him out, fantasy gods would have made sure Jalen Waddle just like catches some random long touchdown or something.
Well, we know what Jalen Waddle was. He probably got thrown in a hospital ball with that fucking Texas QB, and
Yeah,
that was the end of it.
typical.
Yeah,
Yeah, they do that a lot.
they sure do. He's probably starting that Progressive commercial being a backup because he ain't gonna be a starter for long.
Didn't Quinn Ewers only start the last game of the season?
Couple starts.
Couple.
Last game or two, I believe.
I
Yeah,
think the last two.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I was wrong. Yeah. Dominant championship for sure. It would have been hilarious if he would have played Tom Brady and still won though.
Yeah. He could have. He could have actually swapped out Burrow for Brady and still won. Because Burrow got 20.4 and he won by like 30 something. So he could have done that.
Yeah, he could have.
Yeah, he could have done.
Absolute pain.
Yeah. How we let this dude go 11-3 and
No, next
Back
year.
to back.
and back to back. Yeah, we said that last year. No, next year. That's what we said last year.
Oh, it ain't happening again. Goddamn.
Yeah. Thank God he was a little nicer about it this year.
Yeah, he was pretty obnoxious last year.
He wasn't that bad, but I mean, he was a lot. Anyways, I think we'll go ahead and take a quick break, and we will come back with SSP recap. Alright, we're back. Let's go ahead and we're going to get into Dynasty for the rest of the show. This league in particular is pretty much all standard Superflex. Excuse me. Except for, we start 2 tight ends, and I absolutely love that. I enjoyed that a lot this year. This league does also feature 3 different managers from 3 different continents. That's what I should have said, which I think is very badass. SSP, Sydney Sweeney's Peak, is global, which is very cool. But now that we're into the Dynasty leagues, let's less about so much how the year went. We can get a little bit into that for how the teams went, but more about kind of like team outlook going forward and kind of stuff like that. So we'll start with Tipsy Trev. He got 10th place here. We'll have the number 1 pick. His roster is Drake May, Zonovan Knight, Devin Singletary, George Pickens, DK Metcalf, Brian Thomas. We do start 3 receivers too. Jatavian Sander, Darren Waller, Debo Samuel, Ricky Pearsall, Jackson Dart. He's got Jake Myers in the Patriots D, and then on his bench he's got, Jaden Daniels, Shadur, is that Miles Davis? Malik Davis from Dallas, Chuba Hubbard. I don't fucking know.
You only said that because I said that earlier about the fucking Billy Madison clip.
Oh, was that
So
what
it's
was
in your
oh,
head
okay.
now, yeah.
Okay. I just saw M. Davis. I was like, okay, that must be his name. But no, Chuba Hubbard, Ryan Flournoy, Adonai Mitchell, Terrell Shavers, Jaden Higgins, Marvin Mims, Kavonte Turpin, Calvin Austin, John Mechie, Evan Ingram, Cade Otton's got the Lions defense. IR, he's got Michael Penix, Joe Mixon, Miles Sanders, and Brock Wright. That is a very ass IR. I'm not going to lie to you. His taxi squad, Malachi Corley, Gunnar Helm, Donovan Edwards, and Xavier Restrepo. Honestly, I think with a solid draft, if he gets a running back or 2 this year, maybe makes a smart trade for a receiver.
He's probably in the Jeremiah Love sweepstakes for number 1 pick.
He needs he probably needs 2 running backs, but
That's what I was saying. He could use a couple.
but yeah, he's not far off.
well, I mean,
injuries kind of hurt him because he's got Drake May and Jaden Daniels and then Jackson Dart too. You know, he might be.
Yeah, and I'll ask this though. He may be able to get by with one more running back because Rico's gone this year, so Chuba Hubbard's probably gonna go back to that, and maybe
Where's
they're gonna
Rico
see.
going?
Huh?
Where's Rico gonna go?
I don't know, but it sounds he wants to go somewhere where he's gonna get the most carries and blah blah blah.
He's getting that in Carolina, isn't he?
No, he wants the bulk of the workload. He doesn't give a fuck about winning. He wants to get paid and be the guy, basically.
Okay.
So
good for fantasy.
yeah, I was about to say yeah. So be on the lookout for him next year. But that could potentially be good for Chuba next year as well. They'll probably try to see if Jonathan Brooks is healthy and maybe draft like a late round guy.
I forgot he existed.
Yeah, me too. I could definitely see them going more defense and kind of other positions, though.
They might just draft one maybe in the second round, too. I
Maybe.
don't know. They very well could.
And then also, though, Zonovan Knight, I'm pretty sure he's under contract next year. Who knows what's going to happen with James Conner being old?
Yeah.
Who knows with Trey Benson? He could contend for at least like a 50-50 split. And if Trey Benson gets hurt again...
I know it's crazy because I think Cardinals have maybe like the 4th or 5th overall pick, but they could take Jeremiah Love, that running back from Notre Dame.
Okay, is that I do not know jack dick about any of the
Well,
rest.
he's
I know who
gonna-
Carnell Tate is, and now I know who Jeremiah Love is.
Jordan-
Running back from
sure.
Notre Dame.
Yeah,
All
Jordan Tyson's the other good receiver. Lemons. There's actually about 4, maybe 5 receivers that are going in the first round.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of what I've heard lately is that some of the hype about how bad the draft class was going to be, it got a little overblown. Like, it's still not great or anything, but it may have gotten oversold a little bit in some of the fantasy worlds.
It's still a pretty poor draft in my opinion because you have one quarterback that's always going to get drafted, and then the rest of them are going to go because there's really one running back and then about 3, maybe 4 receivers. That's 5. After that, you have major question marks after that. Major question marks. Your top 5, 4
You
usually
got a lot of offensive linemen or something? Any good defenders coming out?
This is Caleb Downs at safety. He's a really good player.
I've heard
Is he
of
going to
him.
go first round?
USC,
though?
right?
Ohio State.
Okay.
Is he going to go first round? I doubt it. And the more I hear about these tight ends coming in this guy, it's not a very good tight end class either. It's very, very poor. Very, very shallow running back class.
Well,
Yeah, man, the top. I don't know, man. I'm still on the side of it's a very bad draft.
he may have to go receiver too, because who knows who's throwing the ball to DK Metcalf next year.
That's okay.
Steelers?
I'm gonna find a diamond in the rough in the tight end class this year, so that's all right.
Yeah.
Pull another one
Yeah,
out.
I'm sure you are.
Tight end you over here.
I definitely think things could be on the upward trend for him, though. We can go ahead and move on, though, to 9th place, Phil Will. Phil Will traded me his first at the beginning of the year for Lamar. He also sent me Kyron Williams and Kyler to make a push to win 4 this year, which obviously did not happen. Thank you for the pick, by the way. So his roster was Lamar, of course, Kyle Monangai, Trevion, CeeDee Lamb, Chris Olave, Jamar Chase, Chigo Okonkwo, Travis Kelce, Cooper Kupp, Isaiah Pacheco, Josh Allen, Tyler Loop, the Seahawks D, and then his bench was Cousins, Flacco, Rudolph, Taylor, a bunch of guys that are all probably... I probably wouldn't quite be out on Cousins just yet. Who knows what could happen with him. The other 3...
Malik Willis is a nice fantasy stash.
Who?
Malik Willis.
Yeah, or does he have him on his taxi down there?
No, he's got him on his roster. We're talking Phil Will, right?
Yeah, where's Malik Willis at?
On his bench.
I don't see it.
On Phil Will's?
In SSP?
Yeah. We're on Phil Will, right?
Sell the franchise.
Yes.
Yeah, no. Oh, he must have just picked him up. I was looking at the matchup from Week 18. Who he
I
had
was talking
there.
about his roster, but that's still a nice fantasy stash.
Yeah. Well, okay.
You shouldn't have him like late in the year because he had to
How are you-
start a
how are
couple
you going
games
just to specifically to his team.
just standings.
Oh, I guess I'm looking at the playoff bracket. Good call. Okay. All right.
Yeah, if you get out of the playoff bracket, he's there.
Yeah, that's where I'm looking at the rosters from standings.
Where the fuck? Why won't it let me turn it off? Where's the? How do I switch it back to the standings?
Go back to the league.
Oh, I thought it was.
And then
Never
scroll
mind. Never mind.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah, no, it took me a minute to figure it out too.
Okay. All right. Well, that'll help maybe get this a little more accurate. I guess we should. I want to make sure I didn't get anything. I don't think he's made any moves. Trev's roster's probably close enough. We don't need to go back. So if he's got Malik Willis on there, that is also a nice stash. So okay, so yeah, you throw that in there. That is going to be a nice stash because there's a good chance he's starting somewhere next
I
year,
think so.
especially with such the poor draft class that you've talked about. There's going to be like him.
Pittsburgh.
There's a couple other guys which we'll actually get into, I'm sure, later in the show, so I'll wait to mention them. But he's also got Mario DiMarcado, Bashal Tootin, Brian Robinson, Xavier Leggett, Keon Coleman, Elick Iomanner, Kyle Williams, David Njoku, Luke Musgrave, and the Kansas City Chiefs defense. He also has Cam Little in the Seattle defense. Looking at this more updated version. I'm not going to lie, like outside Lamar and Josh, obviously that's awesome.
Got good quarterbacks. He's got
And his starting 3 receivers, bang, that's badass.
yeah, that's a really good receiver room there.
But
tight
you get
ends
past
old.
that and it's
Yeah, tight ends are bad. Cooper Kupp's old. Pacheco's just
Not to mention he's only got 2 3-round picks this year. That's all he's got for draft capital.
yeah. His
Leggett's-
quarterbacks are elite.
yeah.
Mhm.
Legette's
Tootin-
not good though. Coleman's not good. He could probably drop those guys.
I think Etienne's a free agent, so Tootin maybe becomes something and he goes somewhere. You know, that could possibly.
if he goes somewhere.
That's a big if.
but
but-
with the year the Jags are having, you'd think they're probably going to try and run that back with him.
Yeah, if they don't want to pay a running
It
back, I
depends.
can
It
see
depends on how much he asks for.
They have
Yeah.
Tootin and McQuinn Allen. They're both
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, so they have the.
They have the
depth,
they have the follow up plan.
Yeah,
but
so the
I think Etienne's a little bit better than them. At least right now.
At this point, for sure.
Yeah.
But if they want to go cheaper, I could see it.
Yeah.
So that's a big if.
Don't know
He's-
much about Etienne, but something tells me I could kind of see him taking a deal. I don't know.
Which
He
is
seems
kinda-
like he's found a good spot there.
It's actually kind of scary because he's gonna have the second overall pick, right?
Yeah.
Well, if he does who's got the number 1 overall pick? Tipsy Trev
Yeah.
doesn't take Jeremiah Love, man. Then you put Jeremiah Love on that roster, you know, with Travion Henderson. I don't know, man. He could make some noise. He might.
Well, he doesn't have his pick though.
Oh, he doesn't. That's right.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I have his pick.
he's gonna have to move off some.
Yeah.
You know what? I'd say move off maybe Malik Willis for a running back.
Maybe try to sell high if he gets traded to a
Yeah.
team.
But then
Yeah.
you're just looking for a third. I guess Kirk Cousins is on your roster.
He's a candidate to be playing somewhere next year too, potentially with the state of quarterbacks going into next year. It's not impossible. It's not impossible.
Don't you fucking put that evil on me.
Reed would probably kill himself.
I'd probably end up doing what I did when they signed him the first time all those years ago and not watch the Vikings play next year.
Really?
If he's a
As
starter,
bad as
yeah.
it gets, and he was on the roster, I'm always going to be a fan of the, Vikings.
I'll be a fan, but I'm not going to watch. I'm not watching Kirk Cousins if he's playing.
Yep. So I think that would probably be the path here. I mean, Mason Rudolph might even fucking stumble his way into at least competing for a job and be sellable at some point. I don't know, but he could probably clear some roster space here with like Leggett and Coleman. What did Luke Musgrave do? I mean, even after Kraft got hurt, he was not good. I think you could probably let go of him as well. Yeah, I mean, there's potential here. Because Kyle Monangai probably going to be good next year, too. Because I think DeAndre
Yes,
Swift
so.
also a free agent, if I'm not mistaken.
That I'm unsure of.
And I bet he would go get paid. He might have another year left, though.
Yeah, he might. I'd have to go and look at his contract, but he actually had a really good year under Ben Johnson. So honestly, solid draft pick, really.
Yeah.
Considering.
Absolutely. All right. Well, in 8th place, we've got Thriller Miller. His roster is Trevor Lawrence, Breece Hall, Jonathan Taylor, Michael Wilson, Malik Washington, Cortland Sutton, Mike Gesicki, Isaiah Likely, Donovan Achane, Bijan Robinson. This feels really similar to an podcast league team, I feel like. Quinshawn Judkins, Jake Elliott, Pittsburgh's defense, Mac Jones, Tanner McKee, Bryce Young, Cooper Rush, Jake Browning, oh my gosh. Alvin Kamara, Matthew Golden, Jalen Coker, Stephon Diggs, Michael Mayer, Theo Johnson, Noah Gray, Evan McPherson, and the New York Giants defense. On IR, he does have Calvin Ridley, Ayuk, Kendre Miller, and he's got Woody Mark stashed, Mason Taylor, nice, Quinn Ewers. Jeez, this dude has a fuck ton of quarterbacks. Oh my gosh.
You know what I will say?
Isaiah Bond and Isaac Tesla.
Mac Jones could be a starter next year somewhere.
Absolutely. That was what I was about to say.
Minnesota.
Yeah, Mac Jones and Tanner McKee too. Like Tanner McKee,
and he's someone who's got all of his picks and an extra third.
Yeah. I think he's kind of set here at quarterback. He doesn't need to worry about that. He could probably get by with Breece and Jonathan Taylor for next year. Michael Wilson, that may have been a bit of a breakout we saw for him this year. Who knows? We'll see who they bring to play quarterback there.
Yeah, he had a really nice end of the year for those last 5 weeks. Actually, honestly, 7 of the last 8.
Cortland Sutton might have another nice year. And then, he's got Robinson and Achane too in there. This is the guy that took all the running backs to start. He could, and Judkins is in there too. If he consolidates some of these quarterbacks into some receivers, maybe throws in sells like a Stephon Diggs and maybe like a Coker with some like those quarterbacks and upgrades at that spot, he could. Mm-hmm. This could be a filthy team next year.
He needs a receiver and he is in business, bro.
Yeah, I think maybe 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Sutton is getting up there, and I still next year he'll probably still be good, but he was already getting a little inconsistent this year.
Yeah.
By the end of next year, who knows where he'll be? But 7th place defeating him was Reed. Reed, do you want to read through your roster and kind of give us your outlook and how you're feeling?
Yep, I am the Collinsville Cowturds, and my roster consists of Jared Goff, James Cook, Jahmyr Gibbs, Andrea Isivas, I can't say that his last name. Ishivas. Keenan Allen, Mike Evans, Tyler Warren, Jake Ferguson, Brenton Strange, Jalen Warren, Jacoby Brissett, Will Reichert. Jaguars defense benches Marcus Mariota, Baker Mayfield, Geno Smith, Aaron Jones, Chris Rodriguez, Caleb Johnson, Jordan Whittington, Dante Thornton, Cedric Tillman, Troy Franklin, Jalen Naylor, Aronde Gadsden. Packers, my backup D. My IR is Marvin Harrison, Devon Bailey, Zach Ertz, Tyreek Hill, and Wandale Robinson. And my taxi consists of Jalen Wright, Brashard Smith, Ty Felton, Torrey Horton, and Phil Maffa. And to be honest, Ty Felton and Phil Maffa are about to be off there.
Yeah, this team is ass. I think we can go ahead and move on.
It's not. There's some more I need to brush up on.
It's not ass. Need some receiver help, but I think your running back room is actually probably strong for a good another 2 years. Jalen Warren's probably going to be the starter there for a while because Gainwell's about to leave.
Yeah.
He was just a 1 year deal, I'm pretty sure. James Cook. Yep. Who was your other one you had there? Yeah. Oh, Jahmyr Gibbs, duh. Yeah. You're set there, and your quarterbacks, who'd you have? Jared Goff and
Jacoby Brissett, Baker, Geno, Marcus.
Yeah, you could look into maybe trading for a QB3. Yeah.
Not that it's a
I'm
need,
banking and thinking that Jacoby Brissett's getting re-signed by the Cardinals.
I kind of had that feeling
and draft a QB next year.
Kyler needs to change his scenery.
Yeah,
and he played well.
New coach, they're done. They're restarting.
Cardinals are so toxic, dude. They're gonna kill any quarterback that plays there. Really. Yeah. Unless your name's Kurt Warner.
Or Jacoby Brissett, apparently.
Jacoby
he played all right this year.
We'll see next year.
He balled out pretty well.
Yeah, I guarantee you pull him out next year, it's going to be a fucking disaster.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean,
I would bet
He's always been
I'd bet he gets a 1-year deal.
serviceable.
He's gonna get like a 1-year, $10 million.
I mean, we're not expecting anything great from the Cardinals ever, really.
Shouldn't, yeah.
Yeah, I think.
yeah, wide receiver help for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll probably be making some moves here before too long.
Yeah, wide receiver, I would say, is probably your most pressing need.
Mm-hmm.
You're just outside the playoffs too, so you're right on the edge. Definitely cooking something up. Moving on, we got 6th place, and thankfully for our ego's sake, he is in the bottom of the playoffs in 6th place. Or excuse me, he is not. He finished 3rd place. I was looking. Damn it. I guess this is 3rd in the standings because this is overall standings. He got 6th place in the playoffs, but we will actually go ahead and do. We're actually going to go ahead and do him because we're going to go in the playoff order so that we get to the winner first. So we'll go to Armand here. As like I said, thankfully he finished at the bottom of the playoffs for our ego's sake here. Has Jordan Love, Ashton Genty, Travis Etienne, Jameson Williams, A.J. Brown, Devontae Adams, Hunter Henry, Brock Bowers, Tony Pollard, Bucky Irving, Sam Darnold, Prater, and the 49ers, D, Will Howard, Cam Ward, Tyler Shook, Aaron Rodgers, Charbonnet, Khalil Mullings, and Tajay Spears. Hell yeah. Locking up that Titans running back.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Just the Titans offense, I guess. Damn. Samaje Perine, Trevor Etienne, getting the Etienne brothers, Blake Corum, Christian Kirk, Jaden Reed, AJ Barner, TJ Hawkinson, the Bucks D. He's got Malik Neighbors on IR. Taxi Squad is Joe Milton, Savion Williams, Arian Smith, and Jalen Lane. I mean, I don't think it's a great team, but I think there's definitely a place to pivot to. Where would you go with this team, Brady? Like, where would you start from?
God, man, I would look to get better at receiver. I mean, I know Adams is getting old. A.J. Brown seems like he's a freaking headache, and then Jameson Williams is very inconsistent.
Yeah.
I know you got Malik Neighbors on IR, but he's coming off a major injury. QB room, Sam Darnold and Jordan Love. That's okay.
Will Howard, Cam Ward, Tyler Shook.
Not bad running. You got Charbonnet on the bench. Yeah, receiver I'd like to get better at. He obviously, maybe.
Yeah, he's definitely fine at running back and quarterback, I think, for the year.
Yeah, better receiver. He could probably use a better defense right now, but Niners is okay. Buccaneers is pretty middle of the pack. Receiver probably, and I know it's crazy to say because you have Malik Neighbors and then Devontae Adams just having the most touchdowns, but he's not getting any younger.
Yeah.
Jameson Williams you can't rely on.
Mm-hmm.
A.J. Brown in that offense, as long as he's in the Phillies offense, you know, you gotta expect kind of that unless they go out and hire like a Mike McDaniel over the offseason to change the putrid offense because they can't
That would
pass
be
the
fun.
ball. It would be fun. I mean, I hate it for Philly, but
Yeah. It would be fun, though.
have A.J. Brown, man. You're
Yeah.
gonna need someone like that.
And an even Saquon next year.
Yeah.
So.
Tight ends are fine. You got Brock Bowers.
Yeah,
obviously.
actually, I like his tight end room a
Hunter
lot.
Henry's good.
And then on his bench, he's got A.J. Barner and Hawkinson. I think that's great for our league, actually. I think that's a good tight end room.
honestly, it's really just
Got to hit those receivers.
receiver. Neighbors going to help a lot, but
Yeah,
also,
and Genty going forward, take maybe not even necessarily Genty, the Raiders' offense around him, maybe taking a step forward next year. Hopefully, would go a long way towards helping this team.
yeah,
No doubt. All right, we've arrived to 5th place, which is the Albuquerque Ass Goblins, a.k.a. Brady. Brady, why don't you go through your roster here and give us your team's outlook?
all right.
All right.
Just 1 second. My fucking app is froze. Awesome.
You got a little sleeper.
Yeah, god damn it. Alright, well, I had an injury bug this year, which really is unfortunate. Had to start some players I didn't want to. Just gonna go through my list here. Max Brosmer was one of my QBs. Putrid. O'Marion Hampton I drafted. He was hurt a lot of the year. Derrick Henry, he was, solid.
He was Derrick Henry.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson, I couldn't foresee that, putrid quarterback play.
You couldn't?
Well, I mean, that bad?
That bad. That's fair. That's
I
fair.
mean,
That's
dude.
And then what was getting put out from camp is just there's a lot of
that's
glazing
fair.
going
That
on.
bad
like-
is fair.
I mean,
That's
come
fair.
on, like, I expect him to be at least serviceable. Like, Josh
Right,
Jefferson
right.
get, like,
That's fair. That's fair. You're
you
right.
know, fuck, bro.
Yeah.
DJ Moore, he was decent. You know, it's could have been better. Alec Pierce, you know, he's inconsistent. Colby Parkinson tried to pick up late in the year. He's actually solid.
Good pickup.
Dalton Schultz for the Texans. Jacoby Myers, Darnell Mooney, Dak Prescott, Chase McLaughlin, the Vikings defense. And I had Patrick Mahomes, J.J. McCarthy, Davis Mills, Kareem Hunt, Ramondre Stevenson, who's seemed to actually find a nice role in this Patriots offense.
Towards the end of the year, he did start to find his
Yeah, he
footing
can
there.
catch the ball too, which is really nice.
It's a damn shame.
Really, really nice. I'm loving it. Montgomery, Tyron Tracy, Algier, Drake London, Trey Tucker, Trey Harris, Jalen Tolbert, Matt Gay, Chargers, Sam Laporta, Luke McCaffrey, Tyler Higbee, Tucker Kraft on my IR. And then on my taxi squad, I had Marquez Hunter, Javon Baker, Jaden Blue, Jalen Royals, and Marcus Yarns. So I really got hit with the injuries at tight end. I think all three of them went to IR, which really, really hurt my playoff chances. But Colby Parkinson's been a nice pickup, and I think he's here to stay.
Yeah, Laporta and Kraft is rough, losing both them. That
Yeah,
is
and
rough.
even Higbee, dude, that sucked.
Yeah.
Like, damn. But Colby
Yeah.
Parkinson looks like he might be that Rams tight end, dude. Like, especially if them running more tight end heavy sets,
Yeah.
you know, more two tight end sets up.
Especially if Stafford comes back next year.
Please.
Like, looking at it, like, your running back should be fine because you're not really going to bet against Derrick Henry until it happens, right?
Yeah.
And David Montgomery, that's not what I meant to say. Ramondre, you got him, and so he'll probably at least be our low-end RB2, high-end RB3 next year in Hampton. So, I mean, I think your running backs are good for next year.
Should be.
Probably just need, like, another receiver. Who were your quarterbacks again?
Dak Prescott, Patrick Mahomes, J.J. McCarthy, Davis Mills, Max Brooks. I mean, they're not.
I wouldn't say quarterback's the most pressing need, but maybe consider, like, looking for a QB3
I
or
got
something.
two really good QBs in Mahomes and
Dak.
Dak.
But Dak's getting old.
Yeah, I mean, he's always going to be the good Cowboys offense, and
Yeah.
he's not like a running quarterback, so I think he's good for at least a couple more years. And I mean, I guess to look to get one. I'm expecting my receiving core to be better next year. I think Jefferson's going to bounce back with better quarterback play. I think they're going to go out and find the QB. DJ Moore in that Bears offense, you know? I mean, more consistency in another year in that offense, you know? I could probably use another receiver. I mean, Jacoby Myers is fine. Moody's fine, but yeah, just more.
Drake London, nice.
Yeah, Drake London is down there too. Just more receiver depth and honestly just staying healthy. I felt like I could have really competed with my tight ends being healthy. It really hurt. I don't know if I would have won it all. I don't think so, but I feel like I would have been maybe one of the 4 teams.
Yeah, the top 4.
Mm-hmm.
Competing at least for your money back or something.
Yeah. With a chance to win it all.
I mean, that's fair. I don't think that's a bad take. You got 5th place, so I mean that's.
And Hampton was hurt, so I mean, who knows?
And he got better as the year went too.
I like my future of this
Yeah,
team.
definitely a good outlook there. We'll go ahead and move on to 4th place, which is just Steph, who's becoming one of my favorite strangers to play fantasy with. He's really dominating in the NBA league, but that's here nor there. His roster in this league: Joe Burrow, Audric Estime, Dylan Sampson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Xavier Worthy, Tet McMillan, Dallas Goedert, George Kittle, R.I.P., Michael Pittman, Jalen Waddle, Brock Purdy, Cameron Dicker, Saints D, Caleb Williams, Ollie Gordon, Jordan Mason, Sean Tucker, Isaiah Davis, Rashad White, Cedric Tillman, Emeka Ibuka, Keyshawn Booty, Noah Fant, Cole Kmet, Terrence Ferguson, Eddie Pinheiro, Buffalo Bills D, Baltimore Ravens D, a very full IR with some names on it: Jonathan Brooks, the aforementioned Jonathan Brooks, Trey Benson, James Conner, J.K. Dobbins, Najee Harrison, Garrett Wilson, Taxi Squad, Jacob Cowing, Damian Martinez, Dylan Gabriel, and Jimmy Horn. So looking at this team, I mean, it's pretty good. He got hit with some injuries late in the year, and he started off really hot and kind of spiraled.
Random football question for you. Is Jeremy Horn's son?
I don't know. That's a good question.
That Saints receiver back in the early 2000s? Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, you look it up. Yeah,
Yeah,
check
about
it out.
to.
Let us know. But Reed, do you think this team finishes like worse, better, or about the same, like about this time next year?
Looking at his roster and really thinking about what's going on with some of these players, I would say he's probably going to finish about where he's at or slightly higher and maybe 1 or 2 spots maybe. I don't know. TBD. Injuries happen, but I'd say he probably could finish a little higher potentially next year, especially if some of those really good rookies he has take a jump up next year.
Yeah. Maybe Trey Benson stays healthy and his RB1 there. Garrett Wilson maybe stays healthy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Jonathan Brooks has some crazy comeback story. I doubt it.
He
I
really
insanely doubt it, but you never know.
Yeah.
He's probably cooked.
I think he's probably cooked too, but crazier things have happened. I guess there's some stuff here, some nice pieces here, but I can
Nice young piece to build around. Yeah.
see it finishing a little lower. Kittle's probably not going to be available for him, at least not until late in the year next year, so that'll be a big
I
blow.
bet he starts leg on pup probably most of the first 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, at least. Dallas Goddard, I mean, he'll be 32 by this time next year.
Is he really that old already?
Yeah, and I mean, just looking at the running backs, I don't know, man.
If he
Yeah,
wants to
that's-
compete, he's
that's
going to
a
have to
Kind
make
of piecemeal
would-
together.
if he
here.
wants to compete, he's going to have to make some major trades, or he's going to just needs to tank for the 27th
Yeah,
draft.
his running back class or running back room is pretty bad.
Yeah, like
Jordan Mason's okay, because he's
right.
he's
And
RB2.
is he gonna? Will he still be in Minnesota
Yeah,
next
he's
year?
still under contract.
Okay. Yeah.
J.K. Dobbins, he can't rely on his health.
Yeah. I
Trey
mean,
Benson's
Audrey
same way.
Guesstimate, Dylan Sampson. I don't want to be counting on that.
Nope.
Yikes. But I mean, if he can find a couple running backs, he could probably get by. Maybe Jalen Waddle gets a good quarterback in there. Michael Pittman maybe gets someone who throws the ball more. Maybe, I don't know, than Daniel Jones does. Maybe he'll be back. Who knows? Maybe Keyshawn Booty keeps progressing next year. I don't know. I don't think a tanking year next year would be bad for him because he's fine at QB and at some of these positions, and then just a quick reset year might be a good thing for just Steph right there.
Yeah.
Moving on to third place is myself, the Milwaukee Mud Sharks. And I kind of drafted this team with the intent to tank this year, but I forgot to change my lineup to tank in week 1, and I won, so I was like, well, fuck it, I'll just ride it out and see how many games I win, and I started off decent, so I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just let it ride, and ended up in third place, so I guess I'm ahead of schedule, but, yeah, I think it's kind of luck, too, because looking at, like, who my QBs were, Murray, Tua, Fields, Minshew, Rivers, I was starting Rivers when I got third, like, like, that's not good. This QB room is ass. Straight dog water.
Who are your
Like
QBs again?
Rivers, Murray, Tua, Fields, and Minshew. Yeah. Yeah. Shwew is right in a Superflex league.
Kyler should be fine wherever he goes.
We'll see where he goes. He'll probably
But the rest of
be
them,
QB, high-end QB3, QB2 is what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
You need a QB1 in there.
State of the QBs, Justin Fields is another guy. He's not going back to New York. He might
I
be.
think he's done.
I don't know. There's going to be enough openings. He might go somewhere.
I mean, he's going to start for a
at
couple
least
weeks.
to compete.
He'll compete, start for a couple weeks from another team, and they're going to be like, oh, yeah, you're still fucking...
That might happen. And if it does happen, I'm going to be selling him as soon as he does.
Should.
If Tua signs with a team that has an opening, I'd probably be selling about as soon as I could there, too. But Chase Brown coming alive second half of the year was a huge help. Gainwell was a nice pickup. I kind of hope he ends up somewhere where he can get at least like a decent role carved out. I know he's not going to go anywhere too crazy. But I don't think I'm going to worry about running back this offseason. Kyron and Chase should get the job done. Gainwell might land a job with a little bit of volume. And I want to ask you guys, with Aaron Jones maybe potentially gone, is Gainwell potentially a guy to go to Minnesota?
Me and Reed had this conversation literally last night.
Yeah, I want Gainwell. He'll be cheap.
I don't.
Kyron Jones signed Gainwell.
We're already well over the cap. We're already paying Jordan Mason $7-8 million a year. I don't want to pay another running back.
I don't think you'd have to pay him that much.
It doesn't
like $4.5 million. Listen, I'm only going this route because I saw the guys at Purple Daily mock it. They did a whole cut a bunch of players, get under the cap, and they signed some free agents and did a mock draft. And Kenneth Gainwell was a part of it, and it fit. So I'm
out on Kenneth Gainwell. I want to draft a young, cheap running back who can potentially be a stud. Gainwell is like a placeholder. Like if we're gonna be,
it's not a
okay.
deep
Which
running back
direction?
draft.
Okay, it's just like such a Vikings thing to do. Let's sign a guy who's okay, so we can be okay. Either we're gonna be really good and get young, or we're gonna continue to sign these late 20s. Like for running back, 26 is kind of old. These old guys are like, oh, they're going to get us to 8-9 wins. Come on, bro.
Old.
Depends on what your plan for the draft is, though, too. If you guys are wanting to focus your draft assets on, like, offensive line and giving Brian Flores what he wants for his defense.
Bro, draft's going to be defensive heavy anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying,
Weak
like,
running back class.
we're so fucking old.
Where are you guys picking at?
18.
Mm-hmm.
18?
We're so old.
Probably taking cornerback.
So fucking old. So over the cap. We need to get younger and cheaper. I don't want to sign players that are not necessarily like, going to help you get to a certain goal. Like by the time Kenneth Gainwell, or let's say the time the Vikings are moving to a direction, we're like, oh man, we're getting somewhere. Gainwell seemed like 28, 29 and fucking old. What was the point of that? Really none. I would just rather draft.
He's 26.
I
Make
get
it sound
that.
like he's 30.
That's what I'm saying. By the time the Vikings get to where they want to go, he's going to be like almost
You only have to
30.
sign him for a year, and then he's gone. There's a better draft class next year.
What's the point to get 8 wins? You can get
I think
8 wins
him and
another
Jordan.
way,
I think
bro.
he catches well. That's what you need since Jordan Mason can't. And I think that'd be a good
I'm just-
compliment.
If he could be, he was really. I mean,
The
let's.
Vikings need better
disputing
QB
whether
play.
he
The
was
receiving
good
core
or
is
not.
fine.
I
just
mean,
don't
go
want-
look at his rushing efficiency this year. I mean,
I'm
most
not-
of these games he was fairly efficient too.
Yeah,
I mean, okay, in all
yeah.
the games he had double digits. He was over double digit attempts. He was over 6 yards a carry. Game he had 19 carries, 5.2 yards a carry, 2 touchdowns, 10 yards a carry in this game,
You guys are
92 yards,
You guys are
13 carries,
also
80 yards,
forgetting the
6.5.
fact that he's not going to go into a running offense. The guy,
He doesn't need
K-
to be.
He's the
KOC
pass catcher.
He's getting 8 and
KOC
7
re-
targets a game.
I'm not disputing how good he is. I just don't want to pay another running back.
I think if you
You're
get him
not
on
paying
the
him as
cheap,
much.
it
You're not
makes
paying him.
sense.
You're not
$40
paying him
million
as.
over the cap right now. Why the hell are we going to pay another running back, dude? That's a
It's
non.
not like you're paying him.
It's a
though.
non.
He's not going to
I
be
know
expensive.
you're not getting. It's a non-premium position. I don't want to pay another non-premium position.
It's
We're
not like you're paying him like you're paying. You wouldn't have to pay him like you're paying Jordan Mason
Yeah,
or
I don't think
Aaron
you would
Jones.
command
They're gonna
that.
cut. They're gonna cut Jones.
I just
Yeah.
don't want to pay another running back when we're $50 million over the cap right now. I would rather draft a young running back.
Purple Daily did it and showed it how it would work. I mean,
I don't care whether Purple Daily did
I'm
it or
just
not.
saying-
All right.
I don't give a
I'm
fuck
just
whether
saying.
they
This
signed
isn't
Gainwell.
You're
Vikings
making it.
therapy
You're
hour.
just making it.
This is fucking
You're making it
I'm
sound like it would
not
never
arguing
work.
whether
You're making it
he's
sound like
good
it
or
would
not.
never work.
I'm not saying it wouldn't work. I'm just saying, why would we do that when it's not really moving the needle?
Right.
What else are they gonna do? What's the
Anyways,
solution?
back to our
Moving.
fantasy leagues because we still got to get to
I'm
HDP
just saying
and
I'm
talk
good.
about Alex's team and the rest of my team too. My receivers, bit of a mixed bag here. Got some 2s and 3s I really like. I don't really have like a star dude. I'll say again, like I got McConkey, Parker Washington, Khalil Shakir. Did I read my roster? I don't think I did actually like read what I had. So I got Phillip Rivers, Kyron Williams, Chase Brown, Ladd McConkey, Parker Washington, Khalil Shakir, Trey McBride, Jake Tonjes, Hot Topic, Kenneth Gainwell, holy fuck. Quentin Johnston, Rashid Shaheed, Jake Bates, the Browns D, the aforementioned rest of those quarterbacks, Emmanuel Wilson, Ty Johnson, Taj Brook, Vidal, bench receivers, Tez Johnson, Jordan Addison, Jalen McMillan, Isaiah Williams. Then I got Kincaid and Ben Sinnott on the bench along with Bellinger and Dawson Knox. And the Chicago Bears defense. Then my IR is Rasheed Rice, Braylon Allen, Devin Neal, Kyler Murray, Greg Dortch, and Gardner Minshew. Isaac Garindo and Jalen Miller and Luther Burden all in the taxi. I mean, if Luther Burden plays like he did in that playoff game all year, next year,
it could be something.
Yeah, I may have that number one guy. I guess if you want to say Rashee Rice is that guy, I kind of look at him as like a really high end two, maybe a low end one.
McConkey's solid.
And I think with a new OC next year,
should be way better.
I'm really hoping. I'm hopeful Parker Washington just kind of honestly hangs about what he is this year, and that I can just have him as like
it's very possible.
A nice flex option.
Susan Jacksonville.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people saying like I can tell you when I say something, but I'm really just kind of hope Travis Hunter plays a lot more defense next year because they have kind of I think the receiving crew they want now that's working good for Lawrence with Myers, Thomas, and Washington. Reed, whatever you want to say.
First to what you just said, I saw a comment that they still want him to play receiver next year. We'll see.
That's retarded.
And then they want to play both sides. I think he should play corner too. And do you think you're going to have Rashee Rice next year with the domestic abuse allegations that just came out?
Oh, did he get more allegations?
Yeah, like the other week. Recently.
I'm sure he did. That checks out. I mean, it's the NFL, so I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, it was 7 days ago.
Yeah.
You still think you're going to have him? He's still got to serve jail time, I'm pretty sure, for his last offense.
He's looking at his second significant.
I thought he got off on like just a bunch of long-term probation.
I
guess
think
he's
it might
on
be
probation
like a
and
month,
now he's in trouble again.
Yeah.
He's in trouble again. He's looking at a second significant off-field suspension if he's guilty.
And she has photo evidence.
Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, especially if he's already on, like, probation with the law and he gets in trouble again, like, yeah.
Him and Jordan Addison probably hang out.
Well,
yeah.
At least Jordan's
got him on the
non-violent.
same
He hasn't killed anybody.
Yeah, he's fucking falling asleep behind the wheel.
Well, it was parked when he was asleep.
Okay.
At least he was parked.
Yeah, at least he's parked on the freeway.
At least it wasn't rolling, right?
At least he wasn't doing 1-4 in residential
hey,
like
listen,
rugs.
let it be known.
He did.
Let it.
Addison?
Yes.
Weed.
Let it be known that.
That was his first thing he got fucking in trouble for. Was going like 140.
He was taking his dog to the vet 3 a.m.
Okay.
Anyways, let it be known I want him off my team.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can. Yeah, real
Fuck
life.
that
Yeah,
guy,
fuck
dude.
him.
Yeah, that's fair.
One gone.
That's fair. Yeah, I noticed you took your offer back for him.
As soon as I saw it,
Yeah.
He's gonna get
Fuck that
suspended
guy.
again.
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
He is,
yeah.
no doubt. So he will probably be a trade candidate this offseason
I
as
would
well.
get rid of him as fast as you can.
But I think if I could
give you a
package a
fourth-round
couple of these
fourth-round
receivers,
pick.
maybe like an Addison, a Shakur, and maybe I don't know. We'll see. I think one of these Bucks guys could be pretty decent next year. Jalen McMillan's. I mean,
He's nice.
yeah, when he actually played this year, that one game, he was 7
he
catches
wasn't-
on 9
he
targets,
obviously-
114 yards.
He obviously wasn't himself. Come back from the neck injury, almost being paralyzed.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he'll be fine next year. He had a nice little quiet rookie season with 9 touchdowns, and I expect him to make a bounce back this next season.
Yeah.
Since they probably won't have Mike Evans, I'm sure he'll retire.
You would think at this point.
Yeah.
Although who knows? Who knows? Him and Derrick Henry, they
It'll
might
be
just
interesting.
fucking
How many yards did Mike Evans have this year?
Under
Not
1,000.
1,000.
I think his
Yeah.
streak's over.
Was he?
He broke his collarbone.
Yeah, I knew he got hurt. Was he close at all?
I think it was like 7 something here. I'm right here. Oh, Sleeper doesn't tell you how many total yards he had, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say it was not even as high as I thought it was because he has
368 yards.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So that streak is
Yeah, he should
done.
probably
He's
retire.
32, probably be 33 by the end of the next year.
He played 8 games this year.
He'll probably go play a year in Kansas City, then retire.
Yeah. Baltimore, bro.
Yeah,
That's where all
Baltimore,
the guys go.
Buffalo.
Pair him up with D-Hop.
Oh Jesus!
That's what Lamar needs.
What a receiver room.
All right. Well, enough about that. Let's move on to the champ. That goes to Alex, all the way in Aussie land. Just an absolutely dominant season. Finished 12-2. It really looked like for a minute there he was going to go undefeated too. Honestly, just an incredible startup draft. One of you guys read his team? I accidentally just backed out and I'm going to have to go all the way back to it.
Yeah, he had Jalen Hurts, Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, Puka Nakua, Nico Collins, Roma Dunze, who started off hot, kind of fizzled out a little bit late, but Kyle Pitts, Mark Andrews, Josh Downs, DeAndre Swift, Justin Herbert as his QB2, Fairburn, I don't know how I'm going to pronounce his first name, Denver Broncos D, that's solid, Tig Bigsby, Alex Madison, gross, Rico Dowdle, solid, Romeo Dobbs, Kendrick Bourne, Christian Watson, who actually started to play really well when he got healthy, Devontae Wicks, Demario Douglas, Juwan Johnson, Chris Boswell, Harrison Butker, the Rams D. On his text, he had Marshawn Lloyd. No, I'm sorry, on IR, he had Marshawn Lloyd, Austin Eckler, Daniel Jones, Javonte Williams, Anthony Richardson, Tank Dell. And then his taxis, Jalen Polk, RJ Harvey, Elijah Arroyo, Travis Hunter, and Jalen Noel.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, just a great startup draft. Got Javonte at a nice value.
Yep.
Got a good QB1 in Jalen Hurts. Got Nico, got Puka, got RJ late. Christian Watson. Yeah, and I think they're probably going to cut down that receiver room a little bit this year. So he'd probably going to... Kyle Pitts finally having a breakout. Juwan Johnson, like I think you said, had a good year. Saquon, McCaffrey. Probably going to have to address those two guys at some point here soon. But, I mean, it's still at a point as good as even Saquon was this year, and especially McCaffrey. He can get something of significant value for, especially if you tried to deal with both of them at the same time, maybe. He could get something
smart.
Yeah, he could get something pretty for real, like try and send them to someone to get over that edge. Yeah.
And I would also like to point out that he made a push, won the league, and he traded away all of his 26 draft picks.
He did?
Yep. He has no picks next year.
I did not realize that. He sure did.
So he traded away Zay Flowers in a second for Saquon, it looks like.
To Lucas, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then...
yeah, Lucas was really trying to get off him this year, I remember that.
Yeah, he traded his...
Oh, we skipped Lucas at second place, actually.
Did we really?
Yeah.
Poor Lucas.
Yeah.
Well,
I can't believe we did that. All right, let's finish Alex here because we'll go back to Lucas, the fucking friending former guest of the show. But Alex's team, as far as going forward, yeah, I mean, pretty good at QB. You know, maybe sell those running backs at some point. I mean, it looks like he's got his next running backs to step into. He's got the tight end room. He probably needs to look into tight end this offseason, yeah. But, yeah. He's probably in line to keep it going for next year.
If McCaffrey and Barkley.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You think, like, McCaffrey had a good year, he's probably going to fall off.
He's about to have this crazy workload, just like the same thing that happened with Saquon could be about the same thing. So I really think if
it's also an injury problem.
Yeah. I really think it would be smart, especially he just got his chip. You won your title.
He's 29.
Yeah, go and sell him. You got what you were wanting to get out of him.
28, 29 years old right now. Which is crazy because that's really young, but like not for running backs.
Yeah. They're younger than all of us.
Yeah, that's depressing.
It's crazy.
These players are like calling them kids now.
Like they're getting
guys.
old and shit. Yeah. They're all younger than us.
Back in my day.
Oh, man. But yeah, definitely I think if he does that. But let's get on to Lucas here so that we can take a quick break and get into HDP because I'm sure we're going to want to spend some time there. Lucas, fucking, this was a true story of just a comeback story of not giving up hope. Dude was 2-6 going into week 9, 4-6 going into week 12, and managed to squeeze the last spot in the playoffs.
He snuck in past me because I was like 2-7 and I made a push and I'm like, man, if I win, I'm in. And I lost and he scored a shit ton of points and passed me in overall points.
He hung on to it all year. He's like, I'm the second most scoring team. And I mean, when he traded Saquon, and I was talking to him because I think I was I didn't really want Saquon, but I kind of wanted something to make a push. I'm glad I didn't make the trade for it. Just because of where my team is, it didn't really make sense. But he really wanted to get rid of him bad, and it just really seemed like he was ready to go on the tank and just accept his L, but he got a win that week and was like, no, I'm just going to keep it going. He just kept it going and kept it going, and Man, he damn near pulled. He only lost by like a point and a half, I believe it was.
It was close.
Yeah.
It was a very
Point and a
close
half.
championship.
Yeah, I'm
So
looking
he
at it.
really almost pulled off just like the unthinkable. Just really a very awesome season here from Lucas. I would actually love to get him on like a Twitter live sometime and talk to him again about it. Probably we'll do that sometime this offseason actually. But let's read his roster real quick. Matthew Stafford, Kenneth Walker, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, JSN, T. Higgins, Devontae Smith, Colston Loveland, Harold Fannin, Zay Flowers, Jawan Jennings, Bo Nix, Brandon Aubrey, Houston Texans, C.J. Stroud, Ray Davis, Josh Jacobs, Keaton Mitchell, Nick Chubb, Michael Carter, Terry McLaurin, Rashad Bateman, Chimera DK, Chris Godwin, Jerry Jeudy, Jonnu Smith, Pat Fryermuth, Taysom Hill. He's got the Eagles D on there. And then he's on IR. He's got Eric All, Cam Scattaboo, Deshaun Watson.
Goat. Goat.
Yeah, go. Hey, fucking the way the Browns team is looking right now and how much they owe him, he fucking...
Getting paid to do nothing.
He
dude.
might, if he's healthy, he might be their starter next year.
That's crazy.
This is crazy. And then on his taxi, he's got Shipley, Roman, Jack Beck, and Efton Chisholm. Yeah, so... I mean...
What a name. Efton Chisholm.
Yeah. Patriot. Nice Patriot stash right there.
Yeah.
I mean, he got a nice ride out. Who's his quarterback? He got Matt Stafford. If you get another year out of there. I mean, I don't like Bo Nix, but I think he's going to be a good fantasy quarterback for a while.
As long as it was Sean Payton.
Yeah. If as much as I hate to say it. I don't think me and Reed think C.J. Stroud is good, right? You think C.J. Stroud?
I think he's pretty solid. Yeah.
Yeah, solid. Yeah, not bad. Okay quarterback. So he could maybe use a quarterback 3, adjust that. You would think Stafford's probably going to come back. Probably depends on how this playoff run ends. We'll see. Look at that. Running backs. Josh Jacobs, how old's he? 27. Probably start looking at his replacement. You got Michael Carter, Nick Chubb, Keaton Mitchell, Ray Davis, JCM, Kenneth Walker. Could probably use a running back and look at that in the draft. Probably okay at receiver for the time being. JSN, T. Higgins, Devontae Smith, Zay Flowers, Jawan Jennings. That's a good group right there. Maybe try to sell Scary Terry this year. Rashad Bateman. I was so high on him coming into the year, and he just did not have...
Bateman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really thought he was going to have a breakout year. It did not happen, though. Chimera DK's a nice little stats there, too. Dude, I fucking just cannot stand Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, he's just fucking...
No, who's had more chances to be a fucking stud than him?
Well, he's the first receiver taken in that draft.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson draft.
And just so many situations where he should just be at least producing for fantasy and doesn't. He does have Cam Scattaboo on IR, so when he comes back next year,
yeah,
he will have that to help his running back room a little bit. Maybe JCM and Scattaboo, that's not the worst. It'll probably be all right come next year. Maybe you can add another guy in there. He's got a good tight end room. So I'd say
He's got a first and 3 second.
Yeah,
round
3
picks this
seconds.
year.
Yeah. So no third, but yeah, I'll take the 3 seconds
He's got
over
a
third.
nice future.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 of those seconds though.
Even if they're late, at least you can snag some guys.
Yeah,
in
are
the
pretty
second.
late. 1 is going to be early. It's Phil Wills. Oh shit, Phil Will doesn't have a second round pick either. Damn.
Yeah,
I knew he didn't have his first. Damn. Okay. Yeah. So.
First or second, he's only got a 2/3.
Yeah, that is rough. Things are not looking good. I see why he named his team Sell the Franchise. You guys, anything else on Sydney Sweeney's peak here?
I really like the activity in this league. You know, everyone seemed to.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
Yeah.
Everyone interacted pretty well, but
Almost
also
more so than HCP, not necessarily like fun wise, but like more like I guess everyone was really communicating throughout the process.
it ran efficiently. I'd say
It was really
efficiently. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's definitely a lot more like social activity in HDP. as
maybe
far
in the
as
beginning
talking.
towards like the start. I don't know. I felt like everyone was really engaged. I felt like, I guess like what I'm basically meaning is like I feel like there's no bad managers in this SSP. Like we have like OG, you know, Street J is kind of a
He's on the border.
yeah.
He's
I
on the
feel like
border.
this was a really solid.
If he would lock in, he would be really good.
Yeah, I just feel like this group was really solid this year, and it was a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Not
Yeah.
trying to shut on HTP or anything. 'cause
No,
that's
yeah,
like
yeah.
the best
HTP's,
league. That's
yeah.
like the funnest.
Yeah.
league.
Yeah, it's
You
good.
did fucking
Yeah.
right.
It is.
You did fucking right.
It is, but like, I really like the group we had. In SSP
Yeah, I do
a
like
lot.
this vibe too.
Also, I would like to say on record for SSP, I made a push like Lucas, and fuck Lucas for scoring a shit ton of points to pass me in total to make the playoffs. I was really hoping I was going to make it. And I couldn't lock in a win.
Really excited for the future of SSP.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm digging the 10-team vibe, and I'm also digging that we have 3 different freaking continents in this league.
it's
That's
really-
so cool.
It's a unique group of guys.
Yeah, and especially like the way like you can tell
Not
Alex the
looking-
champ. You can tell he ain't from around here. You can
No.
tell the way he
Yeah.
types. He ain't from here.
No, some of his sayings, I was like, oh, that's funny. Like,
Yeah.
I had to look that up. I
Yeah.
can't remember what it was, but
Like I get the gist of most of them. It's nothing you hear here. Yeah, it's cool though, and I find it really fascinating. I think we may have asked them, and I don't remember the answer. Maybe you guys can refresh me. Did we ask Armand and Phil Will? Is English like the main language there in Norway? I think it is. It's 'cause I think they speak Norwegian there. I think that would be the main language in Norway.
I'm sure they learn English in school.
Huh?
I'm sure they learn English in school.
Yeah, but
It's probably like one of, like learning Spanish here in America.
They're from Norway, you said?
Yeah, I would.
Or was it Finland?
I think it was
I think it was Norway.
Yeah. Well, I would say it's got to be better than, like, the Spanish here in the States. 'Cause I know a lot of countries are better about second languages, but their English is really good. Like,
Yeah.
If you guys want to take a guess?
if
at
they
what
told me they were from California, I'd be like, okay. Guess where, what?
Guess what their main language is?
In Norway?
Yeah.
It's not Norwegian?
It's Norwegian. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said,
And
like
then
3 times.
North Germanic language, the 2 official written forms. Basically, it's like a form of a German language, which is pretty cool. But
That is cool. But yeah, SSP is a fucking blast, and I'm glad to get the second year underway and get the second draft. I really enjoyed the second draft for HTP, and I'm excited for this one in SSP. But speaking of HDP, all this talk about it, that is what's coming next right after this break. All right, moving forward, HDP, Hillary Duff's Prime, our home Dynasty League, the greatest league ever made, if you ask me. It was a fun first year, though, with the divisions in place. I think that was a massive W of a move. Outside of some of the previously mentioned inactivity there towards the end, I really think I enjoyed this year, like always. We had tanking teams, some middle-of-the-pack teams, some contender teams, just kind of a nice mix of team state there. Before I dive in, I do want to thank everyone that makes that league so much fun because it is my favorite league. And the year just really sucked outside of fantasy, so it was really cool to have such a fun year there. And also, before we get into these rankings, whoever 1-star reviewed our fucking podcast when we did the season preview, I know it was one of you HDP listeners. We were fucking right, so you can suck our dick and go change your review, please. Because that really screws a small podcast like us. The only team we got wrong was one, and we'll get to that.
Yeah, they were frauds.
Yeah. And I mean, which one's that? Oh, you?
Yeah, you remember the preseason ranking? I was like top 4.
Oh, well, I guess that would be 2 teams, because I was talking about the team.
Derek.
Yeah, I was talking about Derek.
Yeah.
But even with you, I wouldn't even call we were wrong about you, because the whole time we were talking about it, we said we don't know if this would be your year with Ty and Carson's team looking as good as they did. Like we said
did
that
say
in
that,
the show.
But the overall ranking though.
Yeah, and I don't think that ranking was bad.
I don't either. Yeah.
I don't think it was bad. Do I think it was the most accurate? Maybe not, but I don't think it was a bad take at all.
1-star review.
Yeah.
Bad? I don't know about that.
And we had you at 6. It's not like we had you at, like,
4, 3.
yeah, number 3 or number 2. So, yeah. I think there's really only one team we whiffed on, and we'll get to that. That'll be later towards the end of the show. But we'll get started here. Start with 12th place. Most brutal name in the league, the Nagasaki Fat Man, run by Jonathan. If I'm not mistaken, this is his first year playing Dynasty Fantasy. And I think he's in the right mindset with the tank. Taking over an orphan, he is not responsible for how the team got so bad, but I think he's on the right mindset. If I were him, I'd have been a little more aggressive in selling off some of the old dudes on his team this year.
A little quicker, for sure.
Like Kittle, he's probably
Kelsey.
Kittle and Kelsey. You're probably about fucked on them
Whole
now.
tank if he was gonna do it.
You're getting nothing from those guys now. I tried to get Levante David from him for T.J. Edwards.
My understanding is he was being a little picky in some of the trades for those tight ends.
Yeah, I would have to go back and look at the offers. I know I made some. I know he kind of sent me some, and I was like, I can't quite do that. But
I just have a kicker in IR.
well, let me pull him up real quick here. Let's go through the team for the listeners.
But why?
That's a great question.
Points.
But why?
This roster we'll get through, and I think a little clarity for some of the listeners who might not be in the league. Geno Smith, and this is a long roster IDP league. Quarterbacks juiced, passing percentage matters, half point for first down for all positions, return yards count as well. His roster's Geno Smith, Aaron Jones, Chris Rodriguez, Zay Flowers, Tyler Lockett, Kevontae Turpin, George Kittle, Travis Kelce, Samaje Perine, Hunter Henry, Chris Boswell, the Jaguars D, Quinnen Williams, I don't know how do you say Latu's first name.
Latu.
Leatu?
Latu.
Okay. Servosier Dennis, Jordan Brooks, Jesse Bates, Tyson Campbell, Levante David, Nashawn Wright, his bench, Tua, Nick Chubb, Kendrick Bourne, and that is all, and Jake Tongas, that is all of his skill position players outside of Taxi and IR, which we're not to yet. But then his defense, he's got Arizona, the Cardinals defense, which was a little frisky to start the year, but kind of really died out there to finish the year. Jordan Davis, George Karlaftis, D. Winters, Palomalu, Dax Hill, Malachi Starks, Will Johnson, Greg Rousseau. A lot of empty bench spots here. IR's got Spencer Schrader, as you mentioned there. That is interesting. Yeah. Joe Mixon, and then a couple more defensive guys, Nick Bosa, Armstrong, Daniel Jones, Justice Hill, Taxi Squad. More defensive guys, Tyrese Wilson, Demario Overshown, Tez Johnson, I like that. Colston Loveland, that's nice. Efton Chisholm, Andrew Makuba, Sean Tucker. And then he's got my first-round pick this year, and he's got a first-round pick of his own, and then he's also getting a complimentary 113 because he did take over such a terrible roster. The state of this roster is not, I want to make it very clear, is not entirely his responsibility. He is still cleaning up some of the slop left from
cleaning up.
It was a fucking project, and that is why we gave him the extra pick. I wanted to offer him two. The league decided one was more appropriate,
which
is fine.
Roster? 2 years probably.
Huh?
2-year rebuild probably at least.
At least I would.
Yeah, because he's already
3 probably.
He's already got
I would
two
say
first, and it gives him a third, and then he's got 2 seconds as well, and a third, fourth.
And he's gonna have to hit his draft picks.
If
He's gonna have to go young.
hit his tank
Yeah.
right the next 2 years if he wanted to
draft
tank
well.
3 years from now. And really, if he just sold Kittle and Kelsey and maybe Levante David, even a Hunter Henry at this point, because Hunter Henry's 31, he's not in your window to win.
I would
either.
almost think long term and maybe package some of the picks for some people's 27s if he could get them, because that draft class is going to be absolutely loaded.
Yeah, for what he's going to kind of have his selection at number 1, take who you want, and then those other 2
You think
picks
he's
later.
Gonna go Mendoza? I think he needs a quarterback.
Yeah,
I think he'll probably take Mendoza. I'm sure.
You can't go Geno, fucking Tua, and then Daniel Jones
And next year's receivers class is going to be super nice. So I mean, just trade for someone's first if you can. Who you think's going to finish low?
he maybe could have sold Aaron Jones too as well at some point this year.
Next year too, dude.
Yeah. Oh, he's definitely.
That's what
gonna
I'm
have to
saying.
tank.
Try to hit some picks this year, but also sell some stuff and get some people's future 27s.
Yeah, because you're probably gonna have to tank next year anyways with a team like this.
I guess you could just take whoever you want. Then you could take Love and then say, "Oh, I'll get my quarterback next year," because it's a big, deep class.
It is, or you could double up on the future because
I'd probably go quarterback
because you got
first,
Tua and
quarterback
Geno.
is a pressing need.
You got Daniel Jones on IR, so you really need to probably
I would be trying to lock
back-to-back
in that
years.
long-term quarterback first before I go hunting for a running back, you know.
That's facts.
Yeah, and he's got some receiver work to do. Cavante Turpin in this league, though, could end up being a nice little pickup for him.
Zay Flowers is the only receiver is worth a shit.
If Pickens does going somewhere, I don't think that happens. I think he probably stays in Dallas ultimately. But if he does, Turpin was getting a little attention late in the year, and it is a return yards league, and we all know about Turpin.
I
with
will
that.
say by the time he needs him to push for a chip, though, that's
I just clicked on him and just saw his age. Yeah, he might have to sell
If I'm
him.
him, I'm looking to trade anyone who's not
Turpin
younger than like 26.
was actually double-digit points pretty much every game this year in this league, except for 3 games.
It'd be a good idea.
And one of those games
probably,
was 9.8, the other one was 8.9.
Yeah, move off him for some capital maybe. Or
Yeah.
a young player he likes.
younger and
Yeah, and I mean, if you could maybe package somehow Tua and Gino into something too, maybe add them as like throw-ins, a pot sweetener. Maybe do that.
You
if
could probably do Tua and
Would you package
Zay
both of them?
Flowers for someone next year's first.
Yeah,
Pretty close, something
maybe-
like that. You know,
I'll
the
say
groundwork.
maybe a good second.
Yeah.
Those quarterbacks for a second round pick, honestly.
Do what?
Both those quarterbacks packaged for a second round pick. Honestly,
I don't know if you get a second.
I know that's like best case, and maybe a late second.
I think you might even be looking at a fourth.
Yeah,
Which
third would be.
I think you gotta take what
cutting
you-
Tua. He probably starts.
I was
next
about to,
year,
I was about to say
where-
for. I know
Huh?
the thing is
Where?
where, but I think the potential for
I'm not
Tua.
cutting Tua. He's probably
I'm
gonna
not
play.
cutting him or letting go of him for a fourth.
That's a
Not
lot of
yet.
dead cap, and they're gonna
Not
have
a
a new coach.
fourth.
I
They'll
don't.
probably let Tua play this year and then draft their QB of the future next year. That's a
I
loaded
don't
QB
think
class.
Tua is going to start for the Dolphins next year.
Who else do they have?
Quinn Ewers, but that's
I get
Yeah.
that, but
this guy.
And it's
I don't know
been
what's
new
what's his dead
coaching
cap?
staff.
What's his dead cap? At?
It's over 50-some million.
Yeah,
way
I think
over.
the Broncos did worse than that, and they got rid of.
Well, it's
the
over. I
Dolphins
think
doing the same
think it's
thing.
worse than that.
Yeah.
But it's cap it next year.
and they got to rebuild anyways. And I don't think they'll cut him. They're bringing in a new coach. Maybe they'll see like, hey,
It's possible.
because Tua has had moments before where he's been
Yeah, the concussions have.
With the
He's hasn't
league
been the
and
same.
really
receptions
fucked him.
is-
Yeah, but maybe a new system can help put some sense back into him or something. I don't know. We're getting kind of long-winded on Jonathan's team here, which
He even
really
said-
we don't.
So
need
here
to.
we go. Dead
He
cap
said he
hit
wants a
for the
fresh
Miami
start.
Dolphins would reach 99.2 million of cut before June 1st.
Did you go as far as planning a request a trade, but you said you'd rather
If they
protest
If they cut him
Tua
post
said
June,
that.
if they cut him post June 1st, it's 67 and 26 and 31 and 27.
I'm sure they could work out a deal with the team that could eat some of the
And if
cap.
they trade pre June 1st, that's 45 million they got to eat.
All right.
I don't know. Who knows? I just don't see it. I think, especially when he says he doesn't want to be there.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, I mean, if he's saying that now, then yeah, probably. But let's go ahead and move on. We got 11th place, some bum named Reed. Reed, why don't you go ahead and read off your roster here so everyone knows that you don't know ball.
I'm 11th place. What are you talking about? From the playoffs? Or where
Yeah,
I'm
from
gonna
the
draft?
playoffs. That's what I
Okay,
just went from the
okay,
playoffs.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, overall, I finished third. But yeah, the disrespect.
Overall, you finished third.
No.
Yeah, record wise, I was 4-10.
What the hell are you talking about?
Third in what? Oh, third in the division.
I think what, third overall in HTP?
Yeah.
Yeah, not
From-
even
from the
fucking
bottom.
close.
What are you talking about?
You're 4-10.
From the bottom.
Oh, okay. Gee, no, the way you were wording it, it made it sound
Yeah,
like
it's
you
like
were
you were
like
third
third
place.
place.
No,
like,
no,
yeah.
sorry to confuse
Yeah, we
you.
were like,
no.
what?
Whoa.
What are you talking
No,
about?
third from the bottom. No.
It's like, wait a
No,
minute.
like
okay.
I wasn't.
Well, hang on to what you got there, bud. Sure.
I got it, man. But no, I my team: Jalen Hurts, R.J. Harvey, Omarion Hampton, JSN, Jalen Coker, Jaden Higgins, Harold Fannin, Brenton Strange, Mike Evans, J.J. McCarthy, kicker Tyler Loop, defense Minnesota. My D linemen Daniil and Dallas Turner, linebackers Peyton Wilson, Edrin Cooper, defensive backs Alante Taylor, Devon Witherspoon. The super flex IDPs are D. Alford and Quentin Lake. Benches Tanner McKee, Donovan Edwards, Emmanuel Wilson, Jordan Mason, KSN, Ryan. Flournoy, Jordan Whittington, Cooper Kupp, Jalen McMillan, Calvin Austin, Arondé Gadsden, Eddie Pinheiro, Denver Broncos D, Jonathan Cooper, Dayan Hanley, Aziz Al-Shir, Kool-Aid McKinstry. My IR consists of Brian Branch, Tyrell Jennings, Zach Ertz, Trey Hendrickson, and Wandell Robinson. My taxi is Riley Leonard, DJ Giddens, Dylan Brown, Jalen Milroe, LaQuint Allen, Mike Green, Shamir James, Miles Price. I've got a first, 2 seconds, 2/3, fourths. Overall in the year, man, what a letdown. I mean, I tried. I didn't tank. I fought every week and still finished shit. So I think my team is a year or two off. I'm still rebuilding a little. My players are super young. My initial draft, personally think taking first overall in a startup dynasty is fucking trash. I've done it in 2, and man, it is not fun. It is hard to draft from that number 1 spot, I feel.
I got a question. You're 3rd overall, right? Not
From the
second.
bottom. I finished second in the Poop Bowl, like second to last,
Did
but
we skip over somebody? Who's second? Who's drafting second?
second would
We're
be
not going in the draft order.
yeah.
Oh, we're not going to draft. Okay.
Yeah, I was just pointing out because I'm in my mind. I'm like, I'm not second. I'm
He got 11th, like in
Okay,
the shit bowl.
I got
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
if it happened to fall to you, would you consider Mendoza?
Yeah, because JJ's certain. After the comments, they're not guaranteeing him to be the week 1 starter, so I really need to do something at QB.
I was
That
thinking
would
the
be-
same thing.
That would be a dream. Injuries, Amari missed a good chunk. RJ didn't get his opportunity until JK went down and he balled out. Jalen Coker hurt most of the year. I know he could have contributed a little better. Jaden will take a jump. Harold Fannin, what a snag. Arondé, wonderful. I've got a lot of hope for the future. I still need to pick up some more skill positions. So I'm probably after, and this non-committal to J.J. McCarthy is pretty recent. So once I kind of digested that, I'm no longer trading my extra picks. I'm going to take as many players as I can and kind of do another chunk here like I did last year. But I don't think I'll have another first. Like the last 2 drafts, I've had 2 first-round picks, and I don't think I'll do that this year.
Not worth it in this class, in my
No,
opinion.
no, definitely not.
For your team, though, I actually think you're maybe a little more close than you're giving yourself credit
I know,
for.
but that's why I need to get a QB.
'Cause,
Like if Mendoza
yeah,
falls,
Your
like that's
receivers are actually pretty nice, especially going forward for the future. And have you been considering maybe trying to sell Mike Evans before he potentially
Yeah.
announces a
well.
retirement?
Hey, just so a lot's gone on during the season. We haven't done any updates. So in the season, I actually was about to trade Mike Evans for a second-round pick this year, and Ty's like, I want to see how he does. It was a standalone major game. I'm pretty sure that was the game he fucking broke his collarbone, and he withdrew the trade. And I'm like, he's like declined, and I'm like, motherfucker, so close. I want him to just accept it, dude.
Yeah.
Kind of like how I got lucky and moved off Sam Laporta for a second and DJ Giddens,
Yeah.
and then he got hurt his back, went right to IR.
Yeah. R.I.P. Tate.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That was killer. I felt bad for him. But, yeah, man. I mean, you got Hampton, maybe, and Harvey. I mean, obviously you're always going to have tight ends. IDP and defense are still good. You find that quarterback, man.
Quarterback, and I need another solid backup running back.
Yeah, I was about to say maybe another running
Dropping
back. And,
Kenneth Gainwell's a mistake preseason. I thought he was toast, and I thought he was going to be
which
RB3
is
and
fair.
Steelers, and I kept hearing otherwise. I'm like, nah, Caleb's going to beat him out. I was fucking wrong.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Maybe you can get something for Cooper Kupp, too. Maybe throw him in some. I don't know. But,
I don't know what you get out of Cooper Kupp.
Maybe like throw in, as if like a
Yeah.
throw in.
If you
Don't
package
get a
Evans
deal
and Cup and something, you might be able to get like a pick or a player
Yeah.
or something.
Well, to be fair, I traded away Nick Chubb and Hunter Renfrow, and I got Kupp and Zach's third. So I did get something when I got Cooper Kupp. It was just kind of a filler to kind of make the trade a little more even. Someone who's still playing and getting a little bit of points. But
All right.
I feel like a good trade by me anyways.
In 10th place, we got Reed's Op, Tree J. Honestly, I'd love to see him lock in because his roster isn't like bad. It
No, it's
put up a
not
lot of
terrible.
points some of these weeks. Like was putting up a shit ton of points, and especially with I mean, I don't think AB's at the end of his run, per se. But I don't think his team going forward is going to be as dominant looking as it has the last, 2-3 years. There might be a window opening up for him to, take over, or not take over, but make that division a little more competitive. You know what I'm saying? I'll go through his roster real quick. Right now, he has got Shadur, but that's just because injuries late in the year. Brian Robinson, Kareem Hunt, Xavier Worthy, Adonai Mitchell, Romeo Dobbs, Gunnar Helm, Terry McLaurin, Debo, Jordan Love, Evan McPherson, the Lions D, Myles Garrett, who I tried like hell to get all year, Mason Graham, Will Anderson, Eric Wilson, Kevin Byard, Kayshawn Nixon, Demario Davis, Blake Cashman, a pretty solid IDP group. Got Patrick Mahomes on IR, Quinshon Judkins. I did not even realize Mostert was still rostered by an NFL roster.
Wow.
Isaac Rendo, Tank Dell, Jalen Knoll, Jimmy Horn, Elijah Moore. Did you look up earlier? Was that
Yeah,
dude
he is
something?
not NFL royalty.
No, he's not.
unfortunately.
Okay. It's actually kind of surprising. But
Yeah.
David Njoku, Will Disley, Luke Musgrave, Matt Prater, Cleveland Browns D. This guy is a Browns fan, if you could not tell. Leonard Floyd, Pete Werner, Jordan Fuller, Jalen Petrie, and Mike Dana. His IR is Austin Eckler, and a linebacker whose name I can't pronounce. He is a Cleveland Brown, of course. He's got DTR on his taxi, who is, of course, not rostered by an NFL team, but he's a former Brown, so he's on this guy's team. And then he's got Jamari Thrash, wide receiver for the Browns, Israel Adeband Canada, Deuce Vaughn, and Hendon Hooker on his taxi
You
squad.
gotta be from Cleveland to be a fucking Browns fan.
He's got to have some kind of tie there, I
You
think.
can't be
He's also an
willingly-
Ohio State fan.
Yeah, he's got to have some Ohio
You can't
tie.
just be a
He's got to
random
have some
Browns
kind of Ohio
fan.
ties.
Yeah, because he also, just on the record, he traded for the Cleveland Browns. He traded a 24 6th-round pick to get him when we were doing one of our drafts.
In the startup,
When was
he
this?
traded a 6th round.
Mm-hmm. I don't know which draft it was.
It would have had to have been the first one. Or that would have been the second one, because we did 7 rounds in that one, right?
Yeah, I think
or
the first
longer.
rookie draft, and then we did a supplemental draft.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, shit. I would give up a 6th round for the Browns defense in this league.
Oh yeah.
even in that supplemental shit.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, I'd really love to see this dude lock in, because I think if he did, this team would be like
Jordan Love and
flirting
Patrick
with the
Mahomes.
playoffs.
Yeah, you got those two QBs. Yeah.
And then, yeah, it was okay. Yeah, no QB3, which I mean, but he could address that. And I mean, Quinshon Judkins should be good for next year. Who's his running backs? He's gonna need a running back.
I would like to point out who I traded for in the 6th round, who I drafted when I got that pick. I picked up Edgerrin Cooper.
Okay,
Which
who's
was
on
pretty-
his
pretty
roster
solid.
now, right?
Solid.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Guys, any thoughts on this team here before we keep
He's
it
got
going?
potential. I like his QB. I've always liked his QBs.
Yeah.
Pat Mahomes.
I mean, that's just a winning room right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jordan
I mean, you're
Love
gonna
and
be. Yeah, you got weapons. They're always gonna be throwing for damn near 30 touchdowns
With
a
good
year.
franchises.
Yeah, it's
Good coaches.
You can't go wrong.
They're just smart. They're smart fantasy quarterbacks to have in
There's
Dynasty.
too many Browns players. And I will say is like if somebody who first started fantasy is like, oh, I'm gonna draft a bunch of Vikings players. It's not a good idea.
Yeah.
It's never a good idea.
Yeah, Jonathan, that we were talking about, he's kind of rebuilding from the previous manager who was that way with Chiefs players.
Yep.
Yeah. So it is not a strategy, or it is a strategy, but not a good one. Moving forward, in 9th place, we got Tate. Tate, I would say, one of the more active members of the league, and I'm glad he joined again because he brings a vibe
Yeah.
to the
agreed.
room, and he is good to have in the league. I'm really glad he's back. But his roster is Caleb Williams. He nicknamed the process, which he was right. James Cook, Isaiah Pacheco, Keenan Allen, Ladd McConkey, T. Higgins, Colby Parkinson, Blake Corum, Luther Burden, Bo Nix, Cam Little, the Falcons D, Tuli Taopatuoto, I definitely butchered that, Tavius Robinson, Divine Diablo, Patrick Queen, Jeremy Chin, Cam Curl, Devin White, Terrell Dodson. His bench is Kirk Cousins, Amari DeMarcado, Raheem Sanders, JCM, Tyler Algier, Vidal, Joshua Palmer, Rashad Bateman, Demario Douglas, Jonnu Smith, Noah Fant, Isaiah Likely, Dawson Knox, the 49ers D, Dorian Williams, Quincy Williams, and Mika Fitzpatrick. On IR, he does have Sam Laporta, Devon Vele, Max Crosby, Antonio Gibson, Micah Parsons, Zonovan Knight, Tucker Kraft, and Will Levis. And his taxi squad, Isaiah Bond, Isaac Tesla, Jihad Campbell, Jordan Watkins, and Keaton Mitchell. Man, he really tried to make a push there at the end of the year, and I really got scared. He was going to keep me out of the playoffs there for a minute. I really was. But he just really got hit with some key injuries like Tucker Kraft. Then he makes the trade for Sam Laporta to try and stay in it. Sam Laporta gets hurt. I think he had Devon Vele for a game that balled out, and then he gets fucking hurt. Yeah, 27 points, and then he gets fucking hurt. Max Crosby gets hurt. Micah Parsons gets hurt late in the year. Zonovan Knight gets hurt. Just every guy he tried to put in to try and just make that run.
Should be flirting with the playoffs next year.
Yeah, I think he should be, because I think his receiver room will be a little better. We already talked about Ladd McConkey being a little better next year. I think T. Higgins probably a little better. Yeah. Keenan Allen, I don't know. He could probably draft a receiver. Yeah, he's got Luther Burden.
Colby Parkinson, man. Yep.
Yeah, tight end. Yep. I don't think he's got a bad tight end room. Who did he have on his bench? He's got Parkinson. And Johnny Smith and Noah Fant, Likely, and Knox. I mean, that's not great.
Johnny's okay. Noah Fant's not very good.
But
let's not forget for new
it's
development.
It's not a need.
It's not a pressing need.
With the new change, we are moving to tight end premium next year.
That's a fact. That is true.
He does have Sam
I
Laporta,
suppose that
Tucker
actually
Kraft.
does kind of make it a bit of a need there. I wouldn't quite go pressing need, because Parkinson probably will be pretty good next year, especially if Stafford is there.
Right.
But probably should be looking at.
He should be back, right? Let's see.
You're saying Tate should be looking at tight end?
Super Bowl.
Maybe
he's got Sam and Tucker, but yeah, Parkinson should be decent.
Tucker.
Kraft.
Oh yeah, duh. Because I keep forgetting his IR. Yeah, so those guys. Yeah, at least one of them should come back healthy enough to be good.
He's good.
He's good. Yeah. Disregard what I was saying. I completely forgot.
He could use another receiver probably though.
Definitely. Even if he slides Luther Burden into that three group right there.
Kirk Cousins. Yeah, you could be looking at QB3
I would say
too.
QB3 probably his top need.
I don't think Kirk's a guaranteed starter next year.
He's not. He's not. Sure, agreed.
But
and even if he does, you don't want to be counting on him.
He's 38. I think.
And who knows where he goes.
I would say receiver QB3 would probably be his
top
biggest
two needs.
Yeah.
I would let it to be known. One of the developments throughout the year was I bet Tate that Keenan Allen would not reach 80 receptions, and I have a rookie game worn Ladd McConkey neat little card, and he's a Chargers fan. Tate is, and so
on the line.
Yep. So I got to catch him next time he's in Abilene, hopefully, and just give him what I owe him. Keenan Allen finished with 81 catches. He almost didn't get it.
Yeah.
Fucking horse shit.
Well, actually, don't get it to him next time he comes to Abilene, because we're gonna have that the in-person draft. So have him grab it at this year's draft.
Just kind of give it to him then.
Yeah. That'll get him there. All right, moving forward, we got OG Snowbone. Sadly, did kind of go MIA this year. Invalid lineups what was it, 6 weeks? 7 weeks? 7 weeks, I think it was. It was almost half the season. Which really is kind of sad, because it's not a bad roster, and it actually, there for a minute, especially at the beginning of the year when Cam Scatty was balling out, it looked like he might make some noise, because I remember at the beginning of the year we talked about his running backs not being really up to par, but Scatterboo and Javonte, if Scatterboo had stayed healthy, that might have been a pretty good room. But okay, his roster is Jared Goff, Bashal Tootin, Javonte Williams, Rashee Rice, Jamison Williams, Devontae Adams, Kyle Pitts, Quentin Johnston, Justin Jefferson, Josh Jones, Jake Elliott, the Steelers D, Josh Sweat, Yaya Diaby, Nick Bolton, Drew Tranquil, Jordan Howden, Jalen Ramsey, Jared Verse, Ivan Pace, Trey Lance, Bryce Young, Chuba Hubbard, Taj Brooks, Rico Dowdle, Rashard Smith, Stephon Diggs, Troy Franklin, Roman Wilson, Diami Brown, Michael Mayer, Brian McManus, Ravens D, Troy Adams, DeMondre Lenore, Chris Jones on IR. He's got Michael Penix, Trey Benson, Cam Scatterbo, Torrey Horton, Travis Hunter, Mac Wilson, Najee Harris. That's not a bad IR stash group right there. And then his taxi is Jonathan Mingo, Will Shipley, Johnny Wilson, Ollie Gordon, and Zach Evans. Yeah, I mean, when we talked about this team at the beginning of the year, we were like, I don't know about the running back situation, and ultimately that, kind of was right. And the receiving room still isn't bad, especially with Quentin Johnston kind of coming about next year, especially with them maybe getting a new, or now getting, not maybe, definitely getting a new OC. Maybe Justin Jefferson, bounces back a little bit next year. Josh Downs, maybe he's better next year. I mean, the receiving room, I think, is still great.
He needs a quarterback for sure.
Yes, definitely. Well, he's got Jared Goff and Bryce Young. I like those guys.
But outside of that.
He does need QB3 for sure.
And Bryce Young is like a very borderline QB2.
He should be QB3.
He's
really.
your QB3, really.
Yeah, he needs QB2, really. Yeah. Bryce Young, should be QB3.
I mean, ideally, you get a better quarterback. Goff would be a perfect QB2.
What Trey Lance is doing, honestly, even rostered is crazy. I think he's got to be a Trey Lance fan or something.
Back,
for
the
Justin
Chargers,
Herbert, yeah. But Rashard Smith, it looks like he had a good game here to end the year. A couple decent games to end the year, so maybe he helps him out next year, although it looks like that might have been special teams induced. 55 punt return yards. Stephon Diggs. I'd maybe try and look at, moving like Stephon Diggs and
Devontae Adams.
Yeah. Yep, those two. And maybe try and consolidate them into a running back or something.
Maybe.
And then, because, you can stand to lose those guys at receiver and still be good.
Yeah, because you still have Justin Jefferson, Quentin Johnson, and Jameson Williams for your three receivers. Not the greatest collection of receivers next to Jefferson, but you could do a lot worse.
Yeah, and who's he got on his bench? I guess, not a ton of guys.
Troy Franklin's not too bad.
Josh Downs.
Yeah.
So he would still have some guys.
Depth.
Yeah. So we'll see. We are looking for a new manager for this roster. So if you're listening to this and you are a Kansas native, we would ideally like to keep it a Kansas native. If not, we'll probably go to SSP. And look for an owner there. Probably holler at old Lucas and see if he wants to join. But moving forward here to Nolan in 7th place. 3-11 on the year. His roster is Drake May, Kenneth Gainwell, Travis Etienne, Xavier Legette, Chimera DK, Jamar Chase, Darren Waller, Tony Pollard, Ashton Genty, Tyler Shook, Daniel Carson, Dallas Cowboys, Leonard Williams, Trevon Walker, Tatum Bethune, Barrett Carter, Javon Holland, Cameron Kitchens, Jalen Carter, Chamari Connor, C.J. Stroud, Ray Davis, Julius Chestnut, Isaiah Davis, Jalen Tolbert, Romo Dunze, Dalton Schultz, Pat Fryermuth, Kyami Fairbairn, Miami Dolphins D, Terrell Bernard, Jordan Hicks, and Pat Surtain. His IR is Will McDonald, Marshawn Lloyd, Teddy Buchanan, Tyreek Hill, Fred Warner, Miles Sanders, Nominee Matabuke, Miles Sanders, Kayvon Thibodeau, Micah McFadden. And because he didn't have me add anyone to his taxi squad throughout the year, before I scroll down, and I guess there's no one there. Oh, okay, no, there is someone. Xavier Hutchinson, Spencer Rattler, Jordan James, Khalil Mullings, and Elijah Arroyo. Okay.
He's got some pieces here and there,
Yeah, he's got some building blocks. I know you're not a CJ Stroud guy, so you probably don't think he's got the quarterback.
Tyler Shook should be his QB too.
And if you didn't know, he is picking second, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, he is.
I mean, with all trolling aside, dude, look at the way Shook finished the year.
I agree.
The Saints, I think, are on the up and up.
I agree.
More. Dude, Tyler Shook might be his QB.
I think he's got 3 quarterbacks to build around.
I'd agree.
I don't think he needs to.
And they're all young.
I think he's probably going to go ahead and take Jeremiah Love, honestly.
Yeah.
I really do. That
if
running
Mendoza
back
goes
in
first.
next to
He doesn't need a QB, so you won't take Mendoza.
Etienne and Genty. Yeah.
Yeah, Gainwell.
I don't know. His receivers are kind of cooked. He's looking at Xavier Legette. Shamir DK I kind of like, especially because he's good at special teams, and that matters in this league. And then his bench receivers. I mean, that's Jalen Tolbert and Romo Dunze.
Yeah,
he needs a receiver.
Yeah.
because Tyreek Hill's not going to be the same when he comes back. He's got Xavier Hutchinson on.
Yeah, but you also
Taxi.
don't force a need for a talent, though, at the same
Right,
time.
best available player, but
yeah, I get what you mean.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, maybe not a bad time to trade back and let someone take Love. Maybe if someone really wants him.
I would honestly, not what I would do is I'd take his second overall pick and I'd trade it for a stud receiver.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's what I
And
would
get
do.
that, and then because I mean he's got at least your starting running backs figured out. And I think if you could just plug another receiver in there with Chase and DK, you could get a starting group out of that, and then you could throw some flex stuff together. He's got to address and spend more work or put more work in on the IDP though.
Yeah.
There's plenty of guys available for his group to be
Better than it is.
Yeah, it's pretty lackluster. That alone probably would have him picking a few spots higher, which really, I mean, it's probably good. He doesn't need to be picking real high. And in all fairness, you can find IDP guys pretty much any year. There's always going to be new guys plugging into different systems and whatnot, so.
Yeah, you mean like Emmanuel, you know, rookie, good years of safety, yeah.
I think that's one of those things you as far as like this league, kind of fantasy-wise, you wait until you've got the rest of the team in place before you really go spend a lot on IDP type stuff. Even though they are pretty valuable. Moving on here, definitely cooking the right thing, and he made that trade for Drake May too, and I don't remember what the trade was, but I remember he
Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart.
Straight up, yeah, wasn't it?
Maybe like another player. Like
and second round pick swap. A second round pick swap, so he's going down a few spots in the second round.
I make that trade every day.
Yeah, every day of the week. I don't give a fuck if John Harbaugh.
So the trade,
one.
Yeah, Drake May and Tolbert for Dart in a third.
Oh,
bro,
please.
If Ty had just kept Drake May, he might have fucking won, dude.
Yeah. No, quarterbacks weren't his problem.
No.
Yeah, quarterbacks weren't his problem. But we'll get into Ty. He's coming up here. We are going to go ahead and move forward, though, to sixth place. Dong on TDs, friend of the show and former guest of the show, a.k.a. Carson. Carson, in my opinion, had a very interesting... is at a very interesting point with his roster here. Kind of... he's been like a perennial contender, and he's been like... he was the inaugural champion, you know? But some of his better backs starting to get old. Bucky coming off a shaky year with some injuries. The wide receivers... starting to get a little piecemeal together there, and he's gonna have to address QB2. Oh, he must have been in the app today because the quarterback spot is empty. Yeah, he does have that.
He still needs another quarterback though.
He's got Justin Herbert. I don't know why he doesn't have him in his QB spot. He must have just moved out here. Did he go to IR?
Justin Herbert?
No. I'm looking at him in his lineup.
Yeah, like that.
Oh, he's not.
Some stuff hasn't lined up that you've been reading off from what I've been looking, so it's probably just off.
Oh, okay. Well, I know Justin Herbert is his quarterback, but it's showing as empty, his QB slot. Okay. So this may be in a different order. I don't know. But anyways, Justin Herbert, Ty Johnson, Jalen Wright, Alec Pierce, Emeka Ibuki. Emeka Ibuka. It's been a long pod. Jerry Jeudy, Brock Bowers, Terrell Shavers, DeAndre Swift, Evan Ingram, Harrison Butker, the Commanders D, Aiden Hutchinson, Bradley Chubb, Forsada Luacon, Jack Campbell, Cooper DeJean, Antoine Winfield, Bobby Wagner, Nate Landman. On his bench, he's got Mason Rudolph, Russell Wilson, Jameson Winston, Tyrod Taylor, Aaron Rodgers, and Malik Willis. That is a group, I will say.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Bucky Irving, A.J. Brown, Jawan Jennings, Andy Borregales, Texans D, Tremaine Edmonds, Xavier Watts, Marcus Jones, Montez Sweat, IRs, Luke McCaffrey, Junior Colson, Phil Maffa, Calvin Ridley, Deshaun Elliott, Greg Dortch, Brandon Ayuk in his taxi is Roshan Johnson, who I'm so glad I sold for a bag of chips this year. Ben Sinnott, Devin Neal, Savion Williams, Will Howard, Trevor Etienne, Dante Thornton. Literally a bag of chips. It was like $4 a fab. But yeah, I mean, he's at a spot here. I mean, unless Will Howard or Malik Willis is starting next year, he has no QB2. Right now, he has no guaranteed QB2.
I think Malik Willis is going to get a start.
I would think so.
Somewhere.
Because the Packers will probably get too good of an offer to turn down.
Yeah. I think. Well, he's a free agent.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Yeah, and they're not going to re-sign him.
Yeah.
He's gonna go. He's gonna go somewhere. He's probably gonna play. Shit, I hate it, but I don't think he'd go to the Jets. But like somewhere like there. Or the Browns.
I could see
The
him being a
Browns.
Jets or a Browns quarterback. Definitely.
Maybe the Colts. They had a mobile QB and Jalen Jones go down. Why wouldn't
I think
Colts?
the Jets and the Colts both make sense. They both just
Colts
had
would
mobile
be
QBs.
perfect actually. A mobile quarterback like Jones has a big arm. Shit.
That does check out.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Carson's team though, IDP's still pretty nice, and he's got Bowers.
You can look at replacing Henry soon.
Yeah, and Josh Jacobs getting up there too.
Yeah.
I mean, and even when Bucky Irving came back, he wasn't great. I mean, and they like Sean Tucker too. They might draft a guy.
Yeah.
He definitely needs to add to. I think he's at a point. I guess what I'm trying to say is I think he needs to decide. Not he needs to decide. I think he could either go like a quick 1-year reset, go get a good pick, make a flip, do something like that, and he could be right back into another 5-year run.
Yeah.
Or I could also see him maybe see the situation of the team going to where, like, if you just keep trying to ride it out and just keep going without doing the
Eroding
reset,
roster.
just kind of turn it into like a Steelers situation.
Yeah.
I could kind of see that happening with this roster.
Starts to erode and
Yeah. I don't know. Do you guys kind of see this roster being like a similar?
Yeah.
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 Absolutely.
His QB's, a really big question mark.
He's got to bank on Malik Willis getting a good job.
AJ Brown's
He's
the
only-
best receiver,
He's only got a first and a fourth. Like it's
That's not good.
Honestly, if he was smart, I know he is, he would probably do the year reset. He's in perfect position to do it, actually.
Yeah.
I would sell Derrick Henry in that right now.
Derrick Henry, I might even sell AJ Brown.
I'd sell Josh Jacobs too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reset, get some younger guys.
Yeah. And I mean, I'd especially sell Jacobs because you got him for Chris Godwin straight up.
Yeah.
It wasn't straight up.
It wasn't. Oh, was that the one with the second round pick swap?
Yeah, he sent
That
Chris
was the
Godwin
one.
in a second, and he got Josh Jacobs in a third.
Okay. Okay, I thought it was a pick. Okay. Either way, I think I mean, he did it to make the run for this year. I don't think it obviously it didn't work out the way he wanted it to.
He could make another run again next year.
He could, but then that's when you start getting into the Steelers territory. Because after if you don't do it next year, or if you don't do the reset next year, maybe that's when Derrick Henry has his falls off. Maybe Josh Jacob gets hurt, and you lose your value on him.
Trying to say he's the Mike Tomlin of this league right now.
Won
his championship, and now he's starting.
It could happen. It could happen. I don't think it will, but it could happen. I think there's some moves that should be made here.
And Josh Jacobs did get hurt this year. He had a diminished role and played through injury. So
and kind of lingering, yeah. So who knows?
Yeah.
Interesting to see what it turns into next year.
Yeah, he could be his could be fun to watch. Moving on into 5th place, that is Brady.
Yes, sir.
The Tijuana Turd Burglars.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Let's hear about it. What's that roster looking like, bud?
Well, I need running backs. That's been a thing for the last couple of years. Injuries really kind of derailed my, place in the standings, and it just couldn't make up for it, really, And Cam Ward, as bad as Tennessee was the right pick for me, solidifying that QB3 spot, and I think with a new coach coming in,
Can't believe he fell.
yeah, I think he's got a lot of potential. But my roster, Cam Ward, Ramondre Stevenson, who seems like I said before, starting to carve himself out a nice role in New England. Jalen Warren, probably going to be a starter next year. Olave, seems like he's got some good chemistry with Shook.
Yeah.
Really excited about that.
Should
DK is a big question mark, especially with Aaron Rodgers retiring. I might be looking to get off DK soon.
Yeah.
Christian Watson started to play really well when he got back in Nothing. I'm actually excited about his future because he just got paid too.
Yeah.
So I actually think he's a nice wide receiver 3. Mark Andrews, he's old. Jalen Naylor's a nice wide receiver 3. And he might go to another team. And honestly, he might resign with Minnesota because Addison's uncertainty.
Yeah.
Bigger role. Jonathan Taylor, arguably
Speaks
top,
for itself.
Yeah, top 2 running back in the league. Kate Otton's a nice tight end. Will Riker, best kicker in the league. Eagles defense, Brian Burns was so good for me this year, man. I mean, he was so good.
IDP, all of this is really good.
Yeah, Van Ginkel. I mean, my IDPs goes without saying. Van Ginkel, Caden Ellis, Okereke, Kyle Hamilton, Jordan Battle, Anzalone, Singleton. I mean, great IDPs, great defenses. Yeah. And then Jaden Daniels, who was hurt. Lamar Jackson, Woody Marks, nice draft pick. Darnell Mooney on my bench, DJ Moore, Ricky Pearsall, if he could ever stay healthy. TJ Hawkinson maybe has a bounce back year next year. Chase McLaughlin's a nice backup kicker. I got the Packers D, Seahawks D. All these defenses are great. Christian Ellis, who I'm actually excited about on New England. He's played 2 positions, linebacker and DL. Alex Highsmith is steady. Cody Barton, Demetrius Knight, Devin Lloyd, Metellus, Derwin James, who's always at the top of the D-back rankings. Jonathan Grenard was really inconsistent this year with injuries and just not being able to finish the sacks. James Conner sitting there in my IR. He's definitely a big trade candidate this year. And then on my taxi, I got Cade Stover, Malachi Corley, Javon Bullard, Jack Beck, Ty Felton, Kyle Williams, and Thomas Fedoni. And I owned all my picks. I don't have any other players' picks because no one wants to trade with a champion when you win the fucking championship. I swear it's
former champion.
I'm saying, like, back in the last offseason, you're going to get a taste of this fucking a little bit, dude. No one's going to want to trade with you. And when you are trade negotiations, the asking price is even higher. It's bullshit. You know, it is what it is. Yeah. So I did try to, move off a couple players and gain some players. Honestly, I think it worked out for me that those trades didn't happen. Yeah. So I did try to get Justin Fields at one point, and I would have to give up like a late second. And and then I tried to get Josh Jacobs for Seattle's defense and Pearsall, which in the end I'm glad I kept those because I like Seahawks defense, even if Pearsall's can't stay healthy and Jacobs is old anyway. So
I will say I don't like Christian Watson because he can't really stay healthy either. I'd probably.
That is a question.
I think he would be a good flex if he's healthy because he did have 4 games over 20. I mean, he had some good production in there, but I think he'd be more of a flex spot. I'd be looking for a new wide receiver 3 personally. That's my only.
I think especially when we start to get into teams like this that are obviously contenders. Yeah. And you need the high end players to to put you over that edge. You want Christian Watson to be more of a flex in that kind of situation.
Oh, for sure. If he stays healthy, he's gonna get tutties. I mean, that's his thing. He's a big deep threat, but injuries is obviously the big question mark too. So
yeah, he's 4 years in and long term. Yeah, I'd probably personally.
I do like that he just got paid though, so they
he's locked in. Yeah,
he's gonna be locked into that.
He's gonna be a contributor for your team for sure.
Yeah. And there should be more targets available with some guys leaving this offseason.
Olave is the one I'm most excited about going into the future. But I do need a receiver and running back.
I think you could even get by without, because, Jalen Warren, starter, Ramondre Stevenson, not bad, Jonathan Taylor's, that's RB1 right there. And you got Woody Marks, who next year could be
my running backs aren't
even
terrible.
better.
I could use another, but I think receiver might be the more pressing.
Oh, receiver's definitely more pressing. I would even say I would maybe do tight end over a running back.
If you could, maybe you're buying on one of the top
Otten's nice. Otten's nice.
He's really inconsistent.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. And then you're looking at TJ Hawkinson, and who's your other guy? You got one other guy.
Mark Andrews.
Yeah, and when you're talking about making those championship moves like you're trying to do here, I would say, especially going into a tight end premium adjustment.
Yeah, I think
addressing that would be huge.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm able to do that this draft. Just how poor it is.
Right, you probably have to do it via trade.
Yeah, like Brenton Strange or something.
Yeah. Read my no guy.
Yeah.
Tight end you over here.
I might have sniffed around seeing, obviously my first round.
Real tight end you might have a tight end to spare. Don't forget where you got on from.
Yeah. For a 11th round pick.
Yeah.
I was like, I had to demand it. I was like, I want K. Dotton in that fucking trade, dude.
I'm throwing out tight ends for nothing.
I'm tight end you. I had Sam Laporte. I got rid of him. I'm tight end you.
But we'll say I don't know if I'm officially in the league, but my first round pick is a bit.
I drafted George Kittle.
Aren't you smart?
But I traded him for JSN his rookie year though.
That is smart.
The first round pick is available though. Huh? I know I haven't made official in HTP, but my first round pick is available for trade.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Noted. I will definitely keep that in mind. Anything else on Brady's team before we move on?
No, I mean, really my only critique was the Christian Watson comment, but that's it. I like his team.
I mean,
Gotta-
really just
gotta make some
stacking some
moves.
skill position at this point,
Yeah,
which is
QB
where you want to be.
It's
QB
really what
room's
it is.
still
Yeah.
elite and dangerous. I mean, so
Cam Ward really saved me from even having whether I make the playoffs or it gone really bad.
Yeah,
I hope he gets the right coach and coaching staff.
I think he does. I think Tennessee will figure it out.
Yeah.
They're not always bad, dude. They're usually competitive.
And there's a good cycle of coaches too. So
Yeah,
hopefully.
I'm hoping they land an offensive kind of guy.
weren't they interviewing Jason Garrett though?
I didn't hear about that.
The Titans.
Yeah,
I heard something about
Did
Jason
they
Garrett
really?
getting an interview. I think he denied, or I think they reached out and he said no.
I didn't hear anything about that, but I wouldn't doubt it.
But anyways, yeah, you're gonna be a contender next year unless something crazy, a few crazy things happen.
Yeah,
actually.
some better QB health next year, and you'll be back in it. That's
Yeah.
really a big killer
Yeah,
for you.
Well, I would expect Lamar and Daniels to be back.
yeah, and doing their
Especially with
things.
Lamar and a new offensive coordinator, a whole new coach. Oh
Yeah.
man, I'm really excited about
Yeah.
that.
All right, fourth place, getting down to close to the end here. Fourth place, we got AB's welfare. Kind of a tough break for this guy. Team is
Tough
stacked going into the year like always. Dude, broke his own record. He already had the record for most points in a single week. He broke his own record 4 different times throughout the year. And yeah, I mean, after back-to-back seasons in second place, getting hit with this, going to fourth, not even getting his money back this year.
I
That's
will say this though,
rough.
had he didn't get fourth, he would have gone to the championship and lost anyway. So that
Yeah.
would have just been
Pain.
Yeah, I mean, you get your money back, but
And-
at what cost?
Yeah, and he would have
You
made
know?
$200. He would have made more money than he had this year too.
That stings, man.
But 3 second place in a row.
I don't know.
And let's go over his team. Josh Allen, Jameer Gibbs, Devon Achane, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jalen Waddle, Puka Nacua, Jawan Johnson, Trey Tucker, Michael Carter, Baker Mayfield, Brandon Aubrey, the Chiefs D, Jalen Phillips, Zach Allen, Quay Walker, Zach Bond, Xavier McKinney, who was a nice pickup, or actually a draft pick in the
Yeah, he was a
supplemental
draft
draft. Trayvon Moehrig, Kamari Lassiter, Carl Schwessinger, Kenny Pickett, Zach Charbonnet, Tajay Spears, Damian Pierce, Tyler Bidet, Rashad White, Michael Pittman, Christian Kirk, Brian Thomas, Marquise Brown, Matt Collins, Tutu Atwell, Michael Wilson, Jahan Dotson, Chigo Okonkwo, the Buffalo defense, Rashawn Gary, Buda Baker, IR is Jalen Polk, J.K. Dobbins, Jerome Ford, and Anthony Richardson. Taxi is Dalton Kincaid, Keon Coleman, Tyrese Knight, Jaden Blue, Terrence Ferguson, Elick Manor, Caleb Johnson, and Tank Bigsby. He does own all of his picks.
Should
I
be
was
a-
second.
Should be
Oh,
a
not a
top,
second?
Should be a top.
Oh, that's right. He
next
did
year.
ship out his second. That's
And
right.
I will say this: when we started the HDP, he had Nakua and HN on his taxi.
Yeah.
He knows ball. Even last year at his
Yeah.
311, he picked Schlesinger and he balled out as a rookie linebacker.
Yeah.
He was
He's
great.
had good drafts every
Yeah,
year. He hasn't had a bad draft.
So
Should be a top 3. fantasy.
yeah, he'll be back in contention next year.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you look at this roster, he fucking better be.
and he's going to draft well again. Probably he'll probably take a nice first round pick that nobody thought would be good.
Yeah.
I didn't
Take
like his
someone
first
late.
round pick this last year.
Who was it?
No,
Caleb Johnson.
Well, he was trying. He
Yeah.
was trying to trade out of it. He didn't want it.
Yeah, he was trying to get out of that
he,
pick, too.
He traded. He offered
Yeah.
a bunch of people.
He sent me offers.
He was
too.
trying to trade rate, but
Yeah, but trade rape though. If you're gonna get,
I know.
offered, get off of
he
it,
obviously.
then
I
don't.
know he obviously didn't. I mean, he's hard to trade with. I've only ever traded with him once, and it was
I've
it
never
was a
done
deal.
like that.
Never.
I'm hard to trade with, too.
Yeah,
I mean,
I traded with him once, and it was Chris
Not
Godwin
like AB,
for.
though.
I got rid of Damian Pierce, which was solid.
But yeah, just a tough break for him. I'm sure he led the league in total points.
He probably leads it all time.
He definitely does. I'm pretty sure he leads in all-time wins as well.
he does.
If you go look actually at the league history page, it's all AB at the top.
Well, we talked about he has 10 total losses and all the 6
Yeah.
of them. 6
Yeah.
of them are in the playoffs.
I pointed that out the other night we were
Yeah.
talking. Yeah, he has 10 all-time losses in this league, and 6 of them are in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or it's 6 losses and 4 of them are in the playoffs.
or something like
Here,
that.
I'll just go look.
Yeah,
real
he has.
quick.
Yeah, that's what it
What
is.
would be
Because he's only
3
lost
years, 3
yeah,
losses?
he's only lost. Yeah,
Okay, so he has
No, because 2
'Cause he
were
went-
in one playoffs because he lost and then lost in his placing match too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm tracking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I remember now. He has 10 losses all time, and 4 of them are in the playoffs. That's rough.
Okay, it's 32-10, and so he would have lost 2 each season, then 4 in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
4 times.
He
4 of
basically
his
averages 2 losses a season in the regular
losses. Yeah,
season.
essentially.
Yeah. It's rough because he is. I mean, just absolutely loaded. Yeah. Like you guys said, he'll be back. So good luck to AB. Keep pushing.
You'll break through.
We're praying for you. Third place, we got Ty, New York Diversity Hires. Pretty good IDP group here.
Yeah.
Really built it. Really came on strong this year.
Mm-hmm.
Good RB room, despite a bad trade where he sent Jacobs away for Godwin straight up, which we mentioned. That's just the way my jaw dropped when I saw that. But
I didn't like that at all.
I get why he wanted to address receiver, though, because he does not have a lot. Let's go ahead and read his roster here. He doesn't exactly have a lot of running backs either, so it didn't make a lot of sense to trade Jacobs, I don't think. But his roster is Dak Prescott, Bijan Robinson, Chase Brown, Nico Collins, Jacoby Myers, Chris Godwin, Tyler Warren, Kyle Monangai, Jake Ferguson, Brock Purdy, Cameron Dicker, the Rams defense, Nick Bonito, Byron Young, Roquan Smith, Jermaine Pratt, Geno Stone, Cam Bynum, is that Cade Rosenbaum? Christian Rosenbaum. Jamian Sherwood, Mac Jones, Jackson Dart, Joe Flacco, David Montgomery, Darius Slayton, Cedric Tillman, Isaiah Hodgins, Andre Yoshiva, Dontavian Wicks, Keyshawn Booty, Jason Myers, Drake Thomas, Harold Landry, Kobe Bryant with the C, I should say, Andrew Wingard, Brandon Jones, Julian Love, Josh Hines Allen. He's got Malik Neighbors on IR. Taxi Squad, Theo Johnson, Jatavian Sanders, Tyler Newbin, Pat Bryant, Jalen Royals, Trey Harris, Jalen Walker, and Abdul Carter. Yeah, I think honestly a pretty similar situation to Brady. Maybe you could even maybe just say kind of trying to stack receiver at this point because Kyle Monangai could be RB3 for him next year potentially. I would maybe like another running back other than David Montgomery in there.
Yeah.
I'd say receivers, definitely need. And he traded for Chris Godwin because he wanted a better receiver start than what was on his bench.
Mm-hmm. Although, I mean, you get Nico in there, you get Malik Neighbors in there, and then you're looking at, Myers,
Jacoby,
maybe as your wide receiver 3. If you could get another receiver on top of those guys and then get Myers and Godwin maybe down into your flex area, I think that would probably put him over the edge because he's got the IDP to get the job done.
QB room's pretty deep, too.
Yeah, I like his QB room. Dak, Brock, Max probably going to get him some value this offseason.
Yeah.
He's Jackson Dart. He's a Giants fan. Jackson Dart's not going anywhere, so his QB room's pretty set.
Yeah, it's really good.
He might even get some games out of Joe Flacco next year. Be able to sell him for like a fourth or something like Reed did with Brissett this year.
He might just retire. That dude's old.
That is possible too, but you never know.
Yeah.
Like we've mentioned a million times in this, there's so many vacancies and potential openings. Like
if Mac Jones actually gets traded somewhere to where he will start, I'll probably end up trying to trade for him.
I guess Flacco.
If McCarthy's not going to.
I guess Flacco's a 10 days ago said he's not retiring, so yeah, he could.
Yeah, and I think that's probably good for him too, because I've heard some people make the point that about Mac Jones that, like, when you are like that good of a team, when you have that good backup, you don't necessarily, and you have him on a good deal, you don't really just want to get rid of that.
Teams trading for him is probably going to give up a third round.
They're going to have to give up something significant.
I think third, maybe a second, but it's probably going to be a third round pick. Which, if you want him and you think he's good, I think that's a fair price.
Yeah.
For a former first round pick.
Yeah. We will see. And I mean, you gotta factor in though the draft class too. That could drive up his value a bit. I think it's a second probably for sure if you want to go get Mac Jones. He's probably the best, like maybe or one of the best available backup quarterbacks right now. And he's got the first round pedigree, and he's had a season where he's shown it too.
But also the thing is, he's on a one more year deal. You really give up a second round pick for a year.
That's true.
So
that's true. It would really depend on the team.
Yeah, Second would be like a really desperate. I think a third round pick's got to be the most realistic, but I could see a team getting desperate and throwing in a second round pick for Mac.
If they're close, yeah. So Ty's definitely got a lot to work with here, and to take that step and to get into the championship next year. Third place was a pretty good run. He was leading the league for quite a bit of the season, but
Yeah, he was.
obviously, like we said, QB room's good. Chase Brown and Bijan, you should be good with your starting RBs there, barring injury. If you can find a receiver, maybe throw in another running back in there, he's cooking something. What's his tight ends? Tyler, yeah, he's good at tight ends. He's got tight ends.
Yeah, he's got a first, 2 seconds, third, and fourth.
Yeah. So yeah, he's got stuff to play with here. So we will go on to second place. Derek, the Mahomies. This was the team that we I would say we got wrong. I don't know if we said it on the pod. I know I said it at some point, and I think someone agreed with me. I don't remember who it was. Like, looking at this roster, though, while we didn't think it was going to be good, we did say that if everything fell into place.
And at the time, because Matthew Stafford, they weren't sure if he was going to play at that point.
Yeah.
His back was hurt.
They tried to get rid of him this offseason. So I don't even want to take full blame on thinking that this team wasn't going to be a playoff team this year. And we didn't write this team off. But this team definitely did outperform what we all projected it to do. And even what I think the owner, because Derek at the beginning of the year was talking about unsure if he's going to stay in the league even.
Did he really roster 2 QBs?
Talking about his dues are a donation to the league and whatever. Like now he's collecting donations. I mean, he made $200 and got a free year out of it, so not bad. You said what about his?
He's 2 active and like Deshaun Watson's on IR, so he rolled with 2 QBs this year.
Got Quinn Ewers too.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, on taxi.
Okay.
So let's go through his roster here, because this is especially finishing second place. He's in an interesting spot where he takes this roster too, just like Carson. Matthew Stafford, Saquon Barkley, McCaffrey, Ted McMillan, Devontae Smith, Drake London, Dallas Goedert, Tyrone Tracy, Kenneth Walker, Sam Darnold, Harrison Mevis is his kicker. The Giants defense, Kobe Turner, Jeffrey Simmons, Ernest Jones, Frankie Louvu, Talanoa Hufanga, Alohi Gilman, Grant Delpit, Cameron Hayward, Dylan Sampson, Jeremy McNichols, Devin Singletary, Audric Estime, Matthew Golden, Tyquan Thornton, DeAndre Hopkins, Marvin Harrison, Juju Smith-Schuster, John Mechie, Jaden Reed, Cole Kmet, Will Lutz. The Colts defense, Nolan Smith, Henry To'oto, Jalen Thompson, Dane Belton. IR is Jonathan Brooks, Eric All, DeForest Buckner, Tyler Higbee, Deshaun Watson, Tyler Bass. Is it Bass or Bass? Bass. Rondale Moore, Kendra Miller. His taxi is Carson Steele, Jared Wiley, Jacob Cowing, Sion Vacchi, and Quinn Ewers. And looks like he has all his picks. He's at an interesting point here. He's got some old dudes where if he wanted to do a quick retool, I think he could do a really quick retool and be right back in it real quick. Because he's got dudes like Devontae Smith, Drake
Looking
London.
at Barkley and McCaffrey.
Yeah. Just like we said earlier with, who would it have been? Alex.
SSC,
I think it was Alex, that had both those guys. Package those guys and sell them off for something. Sell off Stafford. And then right there alone, you're looking at a whole bunch of value you could be getting. And, I mean, it depends on his draft this year, too. We'll see. I mean, Sam Darnold looks like he's going to be QB2, locked in at QB2
he's
of the
the
future.
Seahawks QB for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, so he's got his QB2 locked in, I would say. And a good QB2 at that.
Yeah, sorry about your luck.
Jalen Miller owners everywhere.
Yeah, pain.
I'm happy for Sam Darnold, though.
Yeah. And Jalen Miller, he might get traded this offseason, too.
Maybe.
I mean, there are some guys here. IDP, I would say, is probably about middle of the pack. Where would you guys take this team? Because I don't even know.
I'm trading as running backs. I'm improving my IDP. Who's his defense?
If you're retooling, I would definitely trade those 3, and I would almost try to get someone's 27 first, so you can
and then maybe tank,
get a QB,
and then have 2 firsts and 27. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I would agree. Because
he's got nice pieces for the place.
Get a first round pick for if you package those, and you can get a pick and a nice player, maybe.
Yeah.
You know,
I
he's
think
got options.
Yeah, 'cause
I think his young dudes are nice pieces. He basically just needs his 3 stars right there at the top: Stafford, Barkley, and McCaffrey. He basically just needs to reload his star power.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Drake London. You know,
Yeah.
He's got, Devontae Smith is a young nice receiver too.
Yeah.
They get a better offensive
Especially if Brown
coordinator.
gets traded.
Yeah, if he's wanting to do something like that, you probably need to make a 3-team trade, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Call up Zach. I'm
He's got-
Mr. Multi-Team Trade.
He's got options. That's for damn sure.
Yes, sir. Anything else on Derek's team?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, moving on, in case you couldn't tell. Damn it, I already fucked up how I wanted to do this. I wanted to make a bunch of wrestling theme song sounds. I was going to do the Stone Cold thing, so I'm like...
Usually the Kurt Angle song would be like, "You suck."
Yeah. If only we wouldn't get copyrighted, I would definitely be throwing all that in here. But I am definitely throwing in the Will Ferrell because I'm pretty sure I don't need to worry about copyright with it because it's available for free on YouTube. I guess music is too. I don't know. I think movies are a little different. Maybe not. The quote, "I'm the greatest man to ever live" from Blades of Glory, because that was just me. The fucking championship day was just all day. I was like, let's fucking go. Oh yeah, I was so hyped. But fucking, it's great. Everything, my life's complete, and I can die now, and nothing else really matters.
Went
You
to
know?
the highway. Where's
Yeah.
that? But
Like I said earlier, this year was like rotting dog butt for me. So to be champion now, that's all that fucking matters. And I'm gonna try to go through my roster here without glazing myself here, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. I was gonna have you guys read my roster, but I kind of want to read it, so
May as well read ours.
yeah. I got Joe Burrow, Kyron Williams, Breece Hall, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, Rashid Shaheed, Trey McBride, Cortland Sutton, Travion Henderson, Trevor Lawrence. A lot of dudes with TR for their first names.
Short for training.
Yeah, I
That's
guess
what
so.
you're into.
Fucking A. Yeah, hey, we're whatever now. Jake Bates. I almost said some stupid shit. Jake Bates, the Saints defense, who I picked up late. Chase Young, who was a nice pickup late in the year for me. James Pierce,
Yeah.
Devin Bush, TJ Edwards, Nick Cross, Paulson Adebo, Cedric Gray, Nick Eamon-Worry, Jacoby Brissett, Jawar Jordan, Alvin Kamara, Jordan Addison, Malik Washington, Khalil Shakir, Parker Washington, the Bears D, Tampa's D, the Chargers D, the Patriots D, Robert Spillane, N'Kobe D, Zaire Franklin, TJ Watt, Tyke Smith, Cole Bishop, Upton Stout on IR. It is Braylon Allen, Jalen Lane, Land Larison, Kyler Murray, Justin Fields, Garrett Wilson. Taxi is Noah Sewell, Joe Milton, Jarquez Hunter, AJ Barner, tight end U, Drew Phillips, James Williams, Mason Taylor, tight end U, Marvin Williams. And I only have my second round draft pick this year. I do not have any other picks. Pretty much sold it all to win the chip this year. It worked. I was pretty aggressive this offseason and during the season too as far as trades go. And even on the waiver wire, just I took some chances. Some of them paid off, some of them didn't. Like the Justin Fields trade, I don't remember who did I get with that. That kind of worked out for it, but I traded away Tucker Kraft and got Justin Fields was like the main piece of it, and I think I said DeMario Douglas with it too. So I mean, I took that L, but I did orchestrate probably a trade I'm most proud of in like my fantasy history. It was a 4-team trade, and I'm gonna pull it up here because this was just it won me the championship because at like week 7. I don't think I was even 500, and I won out on the year on like a 7-game win streak after I made this trade. And so I sent away Rico Dowdle, Chupa Hubbard, Brian Thomas, a 2026 fourth, and a third round 2026 pick I had acquired from another team. And it's so hard to read off a 4-team trade. It's like, and for this, and this team got this, and then this team got this. But basically, Kamara, I got Kamara, and then, okay, so I sent those guys, and I got Kamara, Sutton, and Trevor Lawrence.
And so Kamara I got for a second-round pick, or it wasn't my second-round pick. I used a second-round pick from AB's Welfare, who sent me Cortland Sutton, and I sent him Brian Thomas. So he sent Sutton and a second and got Thomas. And then OG Snowbone sent Rico Dowdle, Hubbard, or got Rico Dowdle and Hubbard, my 4th round, and I think his 3rd round pick back. Because I think I had his 3rd round pick. So it looks like he got his 3rd round pick back in exchange for Trevor Lawrence. And then Jonathan, I think that was probably his best trade of the year. He got a 2nd round for Kamara. That was a big W for him. Especially because he did it just in time, too, before that really collapsed. So, yeah, especially I would say Trevor Lawrence, but Sutton helped a lot, too, to really kind of carry that out the way. As far as next year and, like, holes, I think I kind of need to replenish receiver a little bit. Maybe look at, like, as much as I hate to say it, maybe move off a guy like Rashid. And I guess I do have Garrett Wilson coming back, but I would still maybe like to move off like Sutton.
Is it
Shiki.
problematic that you have CD and Georgia on the same team, like as far as buys go, or is just like a afterthought? I don't really care about it.
I don't care about that at all. That's a non-factor for me, really. Because I know they'll both be there in playoff weeks, which is, as of right now, all that matters. If once I get to a point where maybe I feel like I'm not a contending team, those guys are probably leaving the team anyways.
I
So
wonder how long they're going to pay those two.
we'll see, and we'll see if they do pay George. And knowing the
I don't think
Cowboys,
they will.
yeah, I mean
They
it's
should,
it's
if you
not they
traded
should,
for 'em.
they absolutely should, but it is the Cowboys, so
They
who
could let
knows
them
if they will.
walk and get a comp pick next year, couldn't they?
That is possible.
They get a
They
massive
could get a
comp
con
pick.
pick. I don't know if that's what I would want.
Good draft class for it.
Yeah. But I would also like to move off maybe Khalil Shakir. So I'd maybe like to kind of... What I'd ideally like to do, I don't know if it would ever work out like this because there's not a ton of talent on some of these lower level teams, is, send like Sutton, Shaheed, and maybe like an Addison. I definitely would like to get off him, especially with that recent stuff. And Shakir, maybe send guys like that and package them and turn them into like a high-end guy. But none of the bad teams really have any high-end receivers. I think it's not even a bad team, but just a team that would maybe want like to add some of that depth would maybe be a team like Tate. I would maybe think about like T. Higgins to pair with Joe Burrow, but I don't know how much I want to give up for T. I'm just always very unsure of him.
Yeah.
Because he can win you a league. He might cost you a lot too. But I would ideally like to turn some of these receivers and consolidate them into one more premier receiver and I'm sure there's a team that would like to maybe sacrifice, maybe one good receiver and maybe get, a couple of good young guys. Maybe like Snowbone. Maybe I could work out something with like Adams and I forget who the other old guy was on his roster, the other older receiver. Stephon Diggs. I don't want Stephon Diggs. Well, I guess we'll see how the playoffs goes, but I probably don't want Stephon Diggs.
I'll trade you a 4th for Addison.
I don't want him on my team. I don't want him on my roster. Get this guy off my
Ideally,
team.
what do you think you're getting out of Addison?
A 4th round pick.
The fourth round pick. I don't know. The out the field stuff's not good, but I mean when he's on the field with good quarterback play, he's a fucking good player, and it's the NFL, so he's gonna find a spot to play.
He had the 6th most drops this year. He had a bad year.
Horrendous this year.
That isn't good, but
Brian
Brian Thomas
field
didn't he lead the league in drops though too?
You just go back and watch these Addison drops. You're just like, what the fuck?
How?
Right.
Like
Right, but still,
brother, if you're
you guys are also Vikings fans and watch all these games.
Yeah, you might be able to con somebody out, but like if you're expecting anything higher than maybe a 3rd round pick,
I wouldn't say I'm 3rd, but I also don't really. It's not in my plan to trade Addison straight up for anything. Like he's a part of it.
Just his value in itself.
It's at its lowest. It's
right. Yeah. But he is a part of another
Your best
deal.
is a package of
He's to sweeten the pot.
For sure.
Because that's more of a legitimate pot sweetener as opposed to like, oh, I'll throw in this guy. Like that's actually like, hey, this guy might actually do something if he gets his head out of his ass. QB3 is a question too. I mean, I like Trevor and I like Joe to start, but then Jacoby Brissett, like we mentioned, he might be playing for Arizona next year, and yeah, that's cool if he's a starter. I mean, that probably puts him in the QB3 conversation, but I don't really want that to be my QB3, especially as if I'm going to try to go back to back or something like that. That's not what I want. Yeah. So I would maybe try to look at, could I package him if he's starting, maybe Fields or Kyler. I would ultimately, if Fields and Brissett are both in a spot where it looks like they might have a chance to start, sell them for some other quarterback or potentially something like that. Because obviously I'm not drafting one this year. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna have to be something like that, or unless Joe Milton, like we said, gets shipped off somewhere, which would be fucking sweet.
Right, he'd still be like QB3.
Yeah,
he's a big project right now.
Trash.
Oh, I wouldn't even think. I was actually. It's funny. I get Joe Milton and Jalen Milroe mixed up so much. I don't know why. And I have Jalen Milroe and SSP. I think I was thinking of Jalen Milroe, not Joe.
That's
Milton.
what I thought you were talking about too.
Yeah. No, Joe Milton actually. So I'm good actually at quarterback. Yeah, for the foreseeable future.
Yeah,
we're good to go. I got the
right.
rocket Joe Milton. We're good. We're
right.
good. Dynasty
Trash.
Incoming. Dynasty loading. No, he's going to be starting as soon as Dak's gone. So Dak's got another year tops. He's washed anyways. So let's get him and start feeding these guys, these receivers, and just usher in just a really explosive era of Cowboys football.
Is that the number one offense? Isn't good enough?
Yeah. Dak throwing for like 4,500 yards every year.
Not good enough.
Not
Don't
enough.
get in there.
Not enough. Sling it down the field farther. Yeah. I would probably like to trade some of these defenses too. I don't really know which ones yet. That will probably come more with seeing what happens in the offseason and whatnot. I know, like you said, it's going to be hard to trade. Nobody wants to trade with the champ, but I'm still going to be aggressive.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it aggressive, you know. Yeah, dynasties, you don't build dynasties sitting around playing patty cakes, so, yeah, like Reed over there. Yeah, it's okay. Your dynasty window might come someday.
I made a fantasy playoff in another dynasty and lost in the first round because I lost Daniel Jones in the last fucking week. It was pretty rough. My QB play wasn't the best. Like I essentially did a package deal, got rid of Tua and got Daniel Jones, who was playing well, and just everyone. The most painful thing about that league is everyone fucking knows ball, and the startup was a pain in the fucking ass, dude. I kept getting sniped. It was tough. It's a fun draft. Like everyone's super nice and interactive. There's actually 4 Vikings fans in there, including myself, and a Bears fan and a Packers fan. So half the league are NFC North fans.
Nice. But that keeps it nice and competitive. Yeah.
The Bears fan's actually super chill. The Packers fan doesn't talk a lot, I don't think.
Probably a retard.
One of the Vikings fans is a bit of a dickhead.
A dickhead?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan.
All right. Well, it's been a good long pod, guys. Anything else on, I guess, my roster or HDP in general?
It was a great season. I'm honestly excited for the draft already, and we're like 200 days away.
Yeah, literally. I'm looking at the draft. I'm literally already looking at the
Let's
draft.
just draft now.
Yeah.
I'm already doing...
I need to call Sleeper and get these rookies. We need them enrolled in the fucking Sleeper app right now, bud. Get them on there right now. Get them imported.
Yeah, I've been looking at mock drafts and listening to some people who have been different college players, and I'm pretty freaking pumped. I'm trying to get a plan and figure out who I'm taking where, and if Mendoza fell to me, that would be freaking nuts.
I wouldn't count on it.
Well, you say that, and Cam Ward fell right.
Yeah, that's true.
Last year, he's supposed to go number 1. I'm surprised he didn't. So you never know.
Never know.
Because
Jonathan might tank another year.
Guys, I'm not surprised he didn't go number 1 in that draft, but I'm surprised he slipped all the way down to you at 11 or 12. What was it?
I traded up from 12 to 8.
Yeah,
8.
I had to wait one more pick. I would have got him.
8's not as crazy as I thought it was. That's still.
I was so pissed. I think I was trying to make the trade too.
Well, I was trying to actually trade with you first because I knew he was sliding. I'm like, fuck, you're set on your guy and trade.
Trev,
So I was like,
yeah.
all right, Carson.
Yeah. I sent him a trade and he didn't. Yeah, he liked yours.
Because we were talking earlier, like, I was like, hey, or earlier that day, I was like, hey, if Zach isn't wanting to accept these trades, like, you trying to swing something? Like, yeah, get at me right on the clock, and that's kind of what happened.
Yeah,
So
I remember.
I had a couple plans.
So close.
Yeah. The idea was to trade up for Ted initially. And then,
Wish you would have.
And then, Cam Ward starts out like, holy fuck. Please.
Sweating his horse shit.
Absolutely. Well, I think that will probably do it for tonight. We did it. Got through all 3 leagues. That's all the leagues we play in together. Some way too early predictions for next year. As always, guys, thank you for listening. If you're a member of one of these leagues, thank you for playing as well. Honestly, a great group of dudes in all 3 leagues for pretty much the entirety. But yeah, that'll do it for us. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. See you guys.
Peace, guys.
Later.
Shitbag lizard people.
Bro's QB2 is Aiden O'Connell.
Fuck Sean Payton.
Actually, when you add up the pick value, when you crunch the numbers,
Who the fuck's Jennifer?